is a presentation of WGN Sports.
From Wrigley Field on an overcast but very pleasant Sunday afternoon, we are set for Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN Sports. It's the first of a day-night doubleheader. This is a makeup game from the rainout on April 19th. Cubs and Cardinals tied at 1 apiece in this 4-game weekend series. Hi again, everyone. Alongside former Cub Keith Moreland in for Bob Brenly, I'm Len Casper. A big win for the Cubs yesterday to even up this series and get back within 3.5 of the first-place St. Louis Cardinals. And, Keith, interesting first-game lineup, which we'll talk about later. But the one regular who's in there who's been very consistent all the way through is Ryan Theriot.
He's been outstanding. Most consistent Cub player all year long. You look at the numbers, hitting .337 at home, .331 in the last 41 ball games. He's been outstanding in this homestand as well.
10 hits over his 6-game hitting streak. The pitching matchups will be very good in both games of this doubleheader. Carlos Zambrano was given the option of game 1 or 2, and he's going to be the opening act today.
When you look at Carlos Zambrano, hasn't won since June 5th, so he is a guy that's pitched pretty well over that stretch, but just hasn't won a ball game. Big one today, though. To get the first one of this doubleheader really puts yourself in a situation where you're guaranteed to win the homestand. And
he's due for a good one against the Cardinals. He's struggled against St. Louis lately, and Cardinals are hoping Kyle Loesch gives them something good today, but it's been a while for him coming off the DL.
Absolutely. He hasn't won since May 23rd. Been on the DL for more than 35 days over the last month of the season. They're looking for him to give them a boost today as well.
So Loesch and Zambrano, the second to final game before the All-Star break, as Ernie says. Let's play 2. We'll have the opener of this day-nighter coming up next.
That hits the spot. It's drinkability. Means Bud Light is good wherever you are.
If you're at a party, or playing golf, like those guys, or at the bar.
Draw another door. Don't say draw.
Never filling, always refreshing. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
7 aces.
Who's watching? Who's watching?
It's right here. It's easy. It's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Excuse me, would you eat 12 teaspoons of sugar?
What?
That's what's in your energy drink.
Oh, it's nasty.
Not only sugar, but 200 calories per can.
Look, all I want is energy.
Then try 5-Hour Energy. It has 0 sugar and only 4 calories.
It's kind of small, isn't it?
So it takes seconds to drink, and boom, you get the energy boost you want without the crash or jitters.
No crash, huh?
Still want that energy drink?
No thanks. Take the 5-Hour Energy.
5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now.
No crash later.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN TV, your official summer baseball station. Brought to you by Bud Light, with just the right taste that never fills you up. The difference is drinkability. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Dodge dealers. To find the dealer nearest you, visit DodgeRockChicago.com. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. By Pepsi. Every generation refreshes the world. Visit RefreshEverything.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is ready when you are. Go to Southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on.
You're watching the Chicago Cubs on WGN TV, your official summer baseball station. Chicago Cubs baseball in beautiful high definition is sponsored by Comcast. Ceremonial first pitch today, NASCAR driver Kurt Busch. Big baseball fan and throwing out that first pitch after a race last night. And Keith, you
well, you look at it last night, he was right in the hunt. He gets bumped late in between Jimmy Johnson and loses a right side tire and ends up working his way back up to 17th, but right in the hunt late in that race.
Keith doing his homework. We like that. Cardinals lineup today. Schumacher, Rasmus, Pujols at the top. Ryan Ludwig has killed Carlos Zambrano in their respective careers. Duncan, Thurston, LaRue. You have Loesch, the pitcher, and Ryan, the shortstop, batting ninth.
Let's check out the Cubs as they take the field defensively behind Carlos Zambrano. Brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, refresh everything. Starting outfield, look at those guys have been what the Cubs considered their starting outfield all along, but you look at the infield, only Ryan Terrio across the infield as one of the guys that started to open the season. Hill behind the plate, of course, Big Z on the mound.
Well, he is due for a good outing against St. Louis. Very strange numbers. I mean, what's not strange is he dominated them for about a 3-year period. 8-0 over an 11-start stretch from early 05 to mid 08, but his last 3 times out against them all here, he has really scuffled. And before the first pitch, let's set the standings for you. As Milwaukee won last night, the Cubs winning yesterday. So the Cardinal lead down to 2 in the division. The Cubs 3.5 out, but again only 1 back in the loss column. Umpires today, the crew chief Randy Marsh will work the plate, and as usual in a day-night doubleheader situation, he'll get game 2 off. And we're set. Zambrano against Skip Schumacher, low and outside on a sinker, and we're underway. I'm not that good at math, Keith, but the Cubs can be as close as a 1.5 games out. It's top to Hoffpower, who will flip to Z. If they split, it'll be 3.5, just like we started today. I don't even want to think about 5.5 out, but a lot can happen this afternoon.
It's a huge ball game. I think this first ball game really sets the tone. The other thing, they're 5-4 in a homestand, the biggest homestand of the year. We talked about that a little bit on Friday, that this was a homestand when you looked at it, when you looked on paper at the beginning of the year, this could be where they make their move. Do the Cubs. They're 5-4 coming into today. You can win 2 today and really have a very good homestand. This first one's big.
Ball 1 to Colby Rasmus, rookie center fielder. Lou Piniella and Larry Rothschild. Randy Wells will start game 2. The veteran Zambrano is basically given the choice. Do you want to be the headliner tonight or pitch game 1? And I think most pitchers would take game 1 instead of sitting around all day. You'd rather get it going early today, and as you said, set the tone for the entire afternoon and evening.
Well, when you have a noon start in the first one, 7 o'clock in the second one, you're going to be at the ballpark. Everyday players are going to be at the ballpark today, starting from about 9:30 until probably 10:30 or 11 tonight.
That's hit very well by Rasmus. Bradley's back on the warning track. He's going to have room, and that east wind helping a little bit. Had a good crisp sound off the bat, but it dies out in right center.
Well, we have a little bit of a breeze off of Lake Michigan coming in right where the ball was hit into the teeth of that breeze. When it left the bat, I don't think there was a doubt that it was out of here. But Bradley played it like he knew it was going to be in the ballpark right there underneath, put it away.
Here's Albert Pujols. Had a huge day on Friday. Triple, a homer, knocked in 2, scored 3 times, 4 for 7 in the series, and he takes strike 1. He's homered 5 times against Z in his career, although he's hit just 250 in a lot of at bats. Big rip at that one, fouled it back to the screen.
Well, if you've got to face Albert Pujols, this is what you want to do. 2 outs, nobody on, and I hit 0-2. He'll do a lot of different things to him right here. I think he'll try to stay away from it.
A 1-2 to Pujols is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the way we look at it, Keith, he is the headline act because he's on WGN today. Not worried about the night game at this point. Just try to get this one, and Z also trying to help that offense. 3-2.
Shows you how much respect the Cubs, everybody has for Pujols. You're down 0-2. A lot of times you say, well, I'm going to go right after him. Here early in the ball game, Carlos says, gone away, downstairs, changed speeds, and now it's back to a full count.
Time called as Carlos and Coy Hill trying to find the right pitch here to throw Pujols. Ludwig's been hot. He's on deck. Lofted into center. Fukudome is there, and that's the inning. So a good start for Big Z. A 1-2-3 first. The Cubs are coming up against Kyle Loesch.
Hey, hon.
Hey, Dad, look what I drew today.
Wow. Hey, wait a minute. Why doesn't Daddy have a blizzard?
The Girl Scout cookie blizzard. You're a boy.
Honey, it's not a big deal.
It's easy for you to say. You already have a blizzard. There.
You're being a child.
No, give me my blizzard.
Everybody wants one. The new Girl Scouts Tag-Along Blizzard. Creamy DQ soft serve and real pieces of peanut butter cookies. And now try our new Sweet Deals value menu.
I'll take care of it. When you have to send money fast, why pay more? It's just $11 with MoneyGram at Walmart. Anywhere in the U.S., and the money arrives in minutes. Just $11.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
From Wagner comes a revolution in power painting. Optimus dual tip technology. With a more refined spray pattern here. This dual tip design delivers better paint coverage here, superior control here, and a beautiful finish here. All of which adds more to life out here. The new Optimus Power Painter with dual tip technology only from Wagner. And now, Wagner brings you the first and only cordless power painter with Optimus technology at Lowe's for just $169.
Good morning, John.
It sucks.
Or not.
Have you ever seen a psychiatrist?
Well, it's hard to say. It's not like they walk around with big signs over their heads.
Now Lou Pinella's Pepsi lineup for today's game against the Cardinals, brought to you by Pepsi. Refresh everything. Fukudome, Terrio, you have Soriano hitting third. He's been 6th, 5th, and now 3rd this week. Micah Hoffpower in for Derek Lee. More on that later. Fox, Bradley, Baker had a good day yesterday, and the battery is Hill and Zambrano.
Duncan gets his first start of the weekend series. Of course, with the right-hander Zambrano going, Schumacher. Thurston, Pujols across the back. LaRue gets the start behind the plate in the first game of this double dip. And the right-hander making his first big league start in a while. And look at his numbers, 4 and 4, 3.99. He's a guy that gives up more hits than innings pitched, doesn't walk many batters, has a 2-to-1 strikeout ratio.
Second time he's faced the Cubs this year, and he starts Fukudome with a knee-high fastball for a strike. So Loesch off the DL, had a strained right forearm flexor. It was the first trip in his career to the disabled list. 0-2 on Kosuke. And it all started when he was hit by a pitch, talking about Loesch. May 23rd, tried to fight through some soreness, got some extra rest, but then was taken out in his start against Cincinnati after 2 innings. This is his first start in over a month. Working with Jason LaRue today. We would assume Yadier Molina will be back at the plate with Adam Wainwright on the mound tonight against Randy Wells. For the Cubs, Derek Lee left yesterday's game early with neck spasms. Doesn't appear to be too serious, but Mark O'Neill and Ed Halber and the Cubs athletic training staff, they're trying to get him ready for game 2. Not sure if he'll be able to start or not, but hopefully so, as Rasmus drifts back and makes the catch, and Fukudome is out. And as we know, Cubs with a few off days coming up. The only guy who won't have off days is Ted Lilly, who made the All-Star team, and Keith won his 100th career game yesterday.
Yeah,
and man, did he come up big.
He was huge, in a huge time too. I mean, losing the opener of this series, falling to 4.5 back, first place team in town, and he comes out and throws a gem yesterday.
So here's Terrio, the man we talked about in the open. He's had an excellent homestand, and he hits it foul off to the right. It's at 389 on the homestand, and right now with a 6-game hitting streak. Loesch is 30 years old, 6'2", 210 pounds. Pitcher's strike, outside corner. And Loesch at one time was in the Cubs organization, 29th round pick in 1996.
This is where Ryan's been really good to me, Lynn. When you watch him, he goes early, went aggressive after the first pitch. He comes back and tries to work the count deep, even though he started out 0-2. Goes the other way very well in these situations.
Good eye that time, 2-2. Over 300 here at Wrigley Field. Most of his home runs have come here as well. Fair ball past the diving Thurston. That'll kick through the bullpen. Duncan will pick it up, but Terrio has a 7-game hitting streak, so he's going into the All-Star break hot, which is nice to see.
Well, he fell behind 0-2, and then they tried to come back inside because they understand that Terrio's been very good hitting the ball the other way.
Time to have a ball with our friends at the Illinois Lottery. Ted Lilly being honored before the game. Cubs chairman Crane Kenny there on the left. And because the All-Star game is in St. Louis, you have that Cardinal-style All-Star game jersey. Congrats to Ted Lilly. Today's have a ball thanks to the Illinois Lottery. Second time he's made the All-Star team. Now the number 3 hitter, Alfonso Soriano, is showing signs of getting out of his slump. He's hit it 5 straight.
Big RBI yesterday. Single in the situation. Chance to give the Cubs an early lead. Scored 3 in the first inning yesterday. What a huge difference in that ball game.
He had been moved from the leadoff spot to the 6th hole. Yesterday he batted 5th, and with Lee out here in the opener and Aramis Ramirez also getting game 1 off, he'll be in the lineup for game 2. You have Soriano 3rd, Hoffpower 4th, and Jake Fox 5th.
A little bit different look than we've seen lately.
Lou's just trying to find the right combination. And as a manager, in terms of run production, that's about all you can do. You can switch the parts around. You can let some of your bench guys get opportunities, which we've seen. The 1-1. Ooh, that got a big piece of Randy Marsh. And it looked like LaRue got it too. That was a 2-for-1. Ouch.
Randy, a veteran umpire. It's hard to find umpires that were umpiring when I played. He's one of them. That caught him on the forearm. Guarantee that's going to leave a mark.
Oh yeah, it missed LaRue, but definitely got Randy Marsh.
Talking about Ted Lilly, I think one of the things that it amazed me when I saw it, Lynn, was there has not been a left-handed starting pitcher make the All-Star team for the Cubs since 1964. That sort of jumped off the page at me.
Oh yeah. So we are ready to resume. Well, what's the issue now?
There's a white sign behind home plate. One of the fans is holding up. Brendan Ryan saying, hey, that's right in my line. I don't think there's much you can do about that.
So we'll continue 1-2 on Soriano. Terrio in scoring position at second base. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off his foot or his lower leg. Now, Keith, because of the no crown now, the field is flat. You have a pretty good look from all the different positions. But when it was crowned, did you feel sometimes at third base like You were looking right into the seats?
Well, it did make you go uphill. Of course, I made 25 errors over there one year, so I can tell you I was throwing a few of them. They had air raid helmets over there behind first base to keep from getting hurt, but I think where it's I see the main differences for the outfielders.
Another 1-2 and another foul by Soriano. And how so in terms of the outfielders?
Well, I think first you reading the ball off the bat, making your throws too. So many times you would throw here at Wrigley and try to throw somebody out and then go to another location, and your elevation, your release point was so different for an outfielder because now it's flat. You can actually see Milton in right field from the dugout. I'm sure that coaches tried to get a hold of me to move me around. It was sometimes difficult to see into the dugout.
That's foul wide of third as this long at bat continues.
He's changed speeds on him twice, tried to come off the plate once with the fastball. The 1-2 count, I believe he'll try to go outside the zone again. You got to be disciplined as a hitter sometimes to understand that he doesn't have to throw a strike here.
Look out. It was a fastball that got Soriano's attention for sure. 2-2.
He's going to go away from him on the next one. There's no question. He was trying to get that ball in. And this ball will be away from him. Hardly ever see pitchers. That's something as a hitter that you learn the longer you play. You hardly ever see pitchers come inside back to back.
Going outside, it's full. 3-2. Hoffpower next. Terrio doubled with one out as the Cubs have a chance for another first inning lead. They got 3 in the first inning yesterday against Brad Thompson.
Still another patient pitch right here. You can't really anticipate that it's going to be a strike. Take the walk if he gives it to you.
Way out in front, he pulled it foul, in case you're wondering, to make room for Kyle Loesch. The Cardinals sent right-hander Blake Hawksworth to the minors. One of the Cubs righties who made a start earlier on this homestand, Kevin Hart, is going to start for Single-A Peoria tomorrow to stay on his normal rest and will likely be back in the rotation for at least one more in the second half as Ryan Dempster's on the DL, and that's a good at bat for Alfonso Soriano. He's on, 2 on for Hoffpower.
Well, we're starting to see that. Sometimes it doesn't turn into hits as quick as you want them to turn into hits. Quality at bats. 2 yesterday for Alfonso. I thought he had 2 quality at bats on Friday again as well, and that a very good at bat there. Swung at strikes, didn't go outside the zone, took the walk when it was there. Now you have a lefty coming in the plate. Real opportunity here for the Cubs to jump out.
Hoffpower starting for Derek Lee at first base. And a high drive to right, sending Ludwig back. He's on the warning track. It's gone. A 3-run shot for Micah Hoffpower. And just like that, it's 3-0.
Couldn't ask for anything more as Micah Hoffpower gets a breaking ball. On the first pitch, good at bat. With Soriano in front of him. Micah with his 8th big fly of the year stays back. This ball down and in breaking ball. If you don't get it down to left-handed hitters, they love the ball. Down and in, 381 feet. Southwest, how far did it fly? Into a little bit of a breeze. He hit that ball really well that time. Great start here for the Cubs.
10th career homer, 8 this season. And a strike to Jake Fox. Well, if you're going to fill in for Derek Lee, you might as well hit a first inning 3-run homer. Derek with a bunch of big first inning homers on the homestand. So now it's Hoffpower's turn. And 1-1 on Jake. Lou indicated he'll probably go with Coy Hill behind the plate for both games of this doubleheader, but he would not be afraid to start Jake Fox behind the plate, possibly in Washington. With Soto going to the DL, the Cubs did put a waiver claim on backup catcher Chris Coast, who was with the Phillies. But interestingly enough, a couple days ago, the Astros were just behind the Cubs in the standings, so they got Coast first. And then the Cubs lost and the Astros won. The Cubs ended up behind the Astros. So if they had done it 24 hours later, they would have gotten him. But they're going with Fox as a backup for now. And we'll see what happens after the break.
Well, sometimes Fox is making the transition. He has caught before, but as a guy that played all over the field myself, didn't know exactly. I knew I was going to be in the lineup, but wasn't sure where I was going to be in the lineup each and every day. That first catching opportunity on the road might be a easier place to do it than at home here at Wrigley.
Ludwig is underneath, and that's the second out. And here comes Milton Bradley, who had probably the key at bat of the game yesterday. It was in the first inning, and on an 0-2 pitch, Thompson hit Bradley with the bases loaded. That was the first run and got the Cubs going.
And it way off the plate inside. He had thrown a fastball in for a strike to Milton and then went away from him with a good sinker and was 0-2 and just lost command and hit him in the right thigh. And you're right, that's a big at bat.
Jeff Baker is on deck. Ended up with a big 2-run hit. His first knock as a Cub. 1-1. Splits are pretty drastic for Bradley. It's been a lot better from the right side than the left here in the first half. Inside, 2-2. The Cardinal fans trying to settle in for what could be a long day.
We hope. It's a big pitch right here for Milton to have a good start here to start the day too. He's worked back again from down in the count. Got himself back to a full count.
It's a foul, and this at bat continues. The Cubs have made Loesch work here in the opening inning.
They've done a nice job. Left-handed. Everybody tries to pound Bradley inside. Still trying to make the adjustment to that here in the National League.
Another 3-2, and he takes his 8th walk of the homestand. So he's shown a good eye at the plate. And we'll give Jeff Baker an opportunity. It's the second walk of the inning. First hit for Jeff Baker as a Cub.
Comes to the plate, does a nice job inside out at a huge time. Bradley had just been hit by a pitch. It was 1-0 early in the ball game, and then Baker comes up and does a nice job staying inside the ball on the ball outer half of the plate. Drove it into center field. Talked with him this morning, and he talked about how much fun that was to make a contribution, and that's what you want to do, is make a contribution.
It earned him a second consecutive start at second base. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, it's nice to jump on a guy like Kyle Loesch, who certainly can get in a groove, but right off the DL and before he gets comfortable, and you get 3 big ones early on.
We highlighted him in the opener. Terrio's nice piece of hitting on the only ball middle of the plate in he saw in the entire at bat. He pulls it down the left field line. That has started to set the tone, and then Soriano with an excellent at bat earns the walk. 3-run homers in Wrigley Field are things that make differences.
especially with the wind blowing in, even though it's not blowing very hard. The 1-1 rolled up the middle, base hit. Baker with 3 hits his last 2 games.
That's going to bring Dave Duncan out to talk to his right-hander. He's been able to get ahead in the counts. He just hadn't been able to put the Cubs away so far. Baker did a nice job. Didn't try to do too much with it. It's out there, back through the box. If you try to pull that ball, try to really get out on your front side and pull it, you're going to roll it over to the shortstop.
Now Loesch is nearing 40 pitches, 37 already here in the first inning. Probably be able to get up to about 100 as he threw 95 in his last rehab outing. This is going to take a lot out of him for sure. Here's Coy Hill. With Big Z on deck in the first inning.
Just has not had good command. He's been able to throw some strikes with his 4-seamer, but his 2-seamer, the one he's really tried to turn over to use against the left-handers, he's missed down with it almost exclusively to the left-handed hitters.
A 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
We'll get that sinker down in a good spot. Hill swung over the top of it. Looking at the numbers as we started the broadcast, it's unusual to see a right-handed hitter that has right-handed hitters hitting higher against him than left-handed hitters. His good sinker is tough at times against left-handed hitters.
This won't be a problem for Rasmus. Makes a catch, and that's the inning. But a very good first inning for the Cubs, capped by Michael Hoffpower's 3-run homer. I know he's a lefty, but good old number 6 leaving the yard. We like that. 3-0.
It basically took me the whole summer. And I don't know how many times I needed to go to AutoZone, but at least now when I go, it's not on my bike.
Having the right tools is crucial to being able to manage your diabetes properly. It's very important for me to check my blood sugar before I go on stage. Being on when I'm feeling low can be like a roller coaster. It does at times feel like my body's telling me to do one thing and my mind and my heart is telling me to do something else. Managing my highs and lows is super important. With my contour meter, I can personalize my high-low settings, so it really does micromanage where my blood sugar needs to be. I'm Nick Jonas, and never slowing down is my simple win.
Wow, sweet minivan. Woo!
That's minivan A to you.
It's raining!
With the great taste of a McDonald's McCafe Mocha, a better day is possible. Freshly ground espresso, real steamed milk, and decadent chocolate. Go ahead, McCafe your day.
Why is it that the good patients always die and the pains in the ass just go on and on?
Yeah. Why is that?
Michael Hoffpower in for Derek Lee at first base here for game 1 with a big 3-run homer to help out Carlos Zambrano. Looks to shut down the Cardinals after going 1-2-3 in the opening inning. He'll face Ludwig, Duncan, and Thurston.
Boy, big inning here. He established the start of the ball game with the 3-run homer. Carlos had a 1-2-3 first, come right back here. Boy, quick inning here could really set the tone for the rest of the ball game.
He's trying to figure out a way to handle Ryan Ludwig. Had the numbers earlier, 6 for 8, 2 homers for Ludwig against Zambrano. Way outside, 2-0. And I don't think it's too big a stretch, Keith, to say Ryan Ludwig may be the key for the Cardinals in the second half. He's coming out of a slump, hitting .252, and has had a good series, but
when you hit behind Albert Pujols, you are an important cog to the wheel. 33 intentional walks so far this season. They're going to force you to beat him. They're not going to let Albert beat you.
Hit very hard, and it'll end up being a hit. So Ludwig now 7 for 9 against Carlos. Leadoff single. That's their first base runner of the day. On Sunday, August 9th, minor league excitement returns to Wrigley Field with the second annual Road to Wrigley presented by National City, now part of PNC. Get ready for a day of fun featuring Berserk and the Wacky Superstars. Kids 14 and under will get a chance to run the bases after the game. Don't miss the action as the Iowa Cubs host the Las Vegas 51s here at Wrigley Field. You can order your tickets today at Cubs.com. 1-0 on Chris Duncan. The 1-0 pitch outside. 2-0.
Z was ahead of every hitter in the first innings, falling behind the first two here in the second.
Soriano drifting over and having just enough room in foul ground to make the catch. Speaking of the Cubs minor league system, the minor league report, Bobby Scales. We've seen Bobby up here in the big leagues and had a nice day yesterday at AAA. Blake Lally, DH at AA Tennessee in a hot stretch, and Michael Brenly with a home run, 3 knocked in front of his dad.
Getting the opportunity to perform in front of BB, and it's a game winner as well.
Bob will be back next weekend in Washington. Keith Moreland filling in this weekend. He brought some really nice weather too.
Well, it's nice and cool compared to where I spend most of my days right now. Way over triple digits.
Close at first, and Ludwig just got back in time. Z with a very good move for a righty. He caught Ludwig just as he was taking his lead and almost nabbed him. The 1-0 to Thurston. That's a strike. 1-1.
Playing defense behind a guy like Z is so much fun because he gets the ball most of the time. He works quickly. He will change his pattern to not allow a base stealer to get a pattern of how quickly he wants to work, but he will get it and go. Love that as a everyday player.
Into center, and this will be another hit. Maybe throw to second is going to be not in time as Terrio wasn't quite over there. Kosuke tried to deke Ludwig into believing he was going to catch it. So they have 2 bloop hits, and they're rallying here in the second.
They got in on his hands. Just no way Fukudomi could get to the ball. He did a nice job of throwing his hands up, his glove up, and a lot of times you don't see that. He got Ludwig just to make one false step, and the throw to second base was high. Ludwig is in there safely. Nice job by Terrio to keep from hurting himself or Ludwig coming down with that throw.
So behind again, this time catcher Jason LaRue. Two balls, no strikes. There's Joe Patini. He's their bench coach. He's filling in at third today. Jose Oquendo is back in St. Louis. He's managing the world team in the futures game. Popped him up. Infield fly rule in effect as Terrio makes a catch. So a big second out, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Loesch.
Tony La Russa's lineup. The pitcher hits in the 8th position. You know, there's times when you use it and think, trying to be smart. I think he sort of outsmarted himself here, not having a guy that's considered an everyday player at the plate. Even though Ruth's a pretty good hitter, hitting 294 as he steps in.
By the way, for the Cubs, Josh Vitters and Starlin Castro. Vitters a third baseman, Castro a shortstop, representing the Cubs in the Futures game today. Sharply hit on the ground, but right to Terrio. He'll get it to Baker in plenty of time, and that's the inning. 2 bloop singles, but no runs. It's 3-0 Cubs early on.
This summer, team up with WGN America and Six Flags, the official theme park of the Chicago Cubs, for WGN America's Six Flags Summer Six-Pack Sweepstakes. Just log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win 6 tickets to any Six Flags park nationwide. That's right, win 6 tickets and an exclusive VIP experience to any Six Flags park. Hurry and log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win today. One lucky winner will win every week from now through Labor Day.
Introducing Bud Light Lime in cans. The great taste of Bud Light Lime now goes wherever you need it to. Only the superior taste of Bud Light Lime with a refreshing splash of 100% natural lime flavor puts you in the summer state of mind. One taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. Bud Light Lime.
See you tomorrow, Steve.
Tony Stewart. Thank you, Tony.
Tony? Armor All wash, wipes, and tire shines. Go ahead, stare. And to clean your car while you shine, try Armor All Protectant.
Today's Walgreens Celebrity Bat Kids, Delaney McLaughlin from Yorkville, Illinois, and Max Guthman from Chicago. For more info on how you can be a Walgreens Celebrity Bat Kid, go to WGNradio.com. Walgreens, the pharmacy of the Chicago Cubs. Keith, I know you're writing down that information. I'm guessing you're a little old to do,
to
do that. They might make an exception for the former Cub, though. Zambrano skies the other way as Chris Duncan calls for it and makes a catch. Well, 1 pitch, 1 out, and that'll bring up Kosuke Fukudome, a line to center. In the first, Kyle Loesch is in desperate need of a
short inning.
Yeah, effective short inning after he really scuffled in the first.
He just missed that too. He was just underneath it. Cubs didn't take batting practice today. Cardinals did, just watching a little bit. The ball was carrying pretty well. We've already seen that in the ball game so far, even though there is that easterly breeze here today.
This is the 3rd day-night doubleheader in the history of this ballpark. All 3 have been against the St. Louis Cardinals. First one was in 02. Cardinals swept. The second one was in 03. And then the Cubs split. Now my guess here would be that if you played in a day-night doubleheader, it wouldn't have been very many. You would have been in a lot of straight-ahead doubleheaders, but they didn't play day-nighters back in the 80s, did they?
Well, they didn't have lights to 88, so it would have been pretty tough. I knew if there's 3 day-night doubleheaders here in the history, I knew it happened after 1988.
You could do the 10 a.m. 3 p.m. But
one of the strangest ones. We had a 21-inning game and carried over from darkness the day before. It lasted a few more innings and then had an extra inning game behind that. Started at 11 a.m.
The lights on all day Friday, but no need this afternoon as Fukudome strikes out. First K for Loesch, 2 gone. We are email accessible, Len and Bob at chicagonow.com. You can also tweet us at twitter.com/Len and Bob. We'd like to hear from you. We've gotten a lot of blog comments. Great Keith Moreland memories, which we will be sprinkling into the broadcast throughout the day. Inside out swing, and Terrio's 2 for 2. He is on his way to second. Ludwig up with it, but the throw not in time. That's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles for Terrio.
It's hard to defend a guy that can pull it down the first base line on an inside fastball, and then the next time up, a pitch that's just a little bit more into the middle of plate that inside outs it. Nice job of staying inside it. Having a marvelous season is Ryan Terrio. Over 300 now.
So Soriano with 2 outs and a runner at second. It's kind of surprising to see that most of his hits haven't come to right. We have seen him hit for more power this year. That's low and outside.
I think the number there that was impressive, though, is the 38 hits up the middle.
Yeah.
And you're staying inside the ball, using the whole ballpark. You're going to be more productive.
Loesch has a sign from LaRue. And the pitch too high on a fastball, 2-0. Got a nice note from Cubby Sooner. A Sooner fan and a Cubs fan, but met you in Norman, Oklahoma about 12 years ago and said you're a very nice guy with huge forearms. I mean, that's impressive. You've got a Sooner fan who likes you, a Longhorn.
That's unusual to say the least. Most of the time above the Red River, Longhorns are not very welcome.
Loesch fakes towards second. David S. riding in, remembers Keith making a spectacular tumbling catch in right. Said it would have been an instant web gem if they had those back then. Ground ball the other way. Pujols plays well off the bag down there, and he gets it to Loesch in time to end the inning. 2-out double, no runs. Cubs lead 3-0 after 2.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
Finger and toe area fungal infections require strong medicine. As a pharmacist, I recommend Fungicure.
Fungicure liquid eliminates fungus around nails with powerful antifungal medicine. Just brush it on. It's clear and dries in a snap. Fungicure, the finger and toe fungi specialist.
From Wagner comes a revolution in power painting. Optimus dual tip technology. With a more refined spray pattern here, this dual tip design delivers better paint coverage here, superior control here, and a beautiful finish here. All of which adds more to life out here. The new Optimus Power Painter with dual tip technology, only from Wagner. And now, Wagner brings you the first and only cordless power painter with Optimus technology at Lowe's for just $169.
America has some amazing dives, and we're going to take off in the plane, check out a bunch of them. The places, the vibe, the food. Join us, the crew of Skydives, as we fly into the heart of America to see and taste the country's most amazing food. If you have a favorite food joint, cool. Log in to WGNAmerica.com. Tell us about it.
From WWE Superstars, expect everything.
Cub fans, don't forget to visit WGN Sports Game Zone at WGNTV.com. Brought to you by Great Escapes for up-to-the-minute stats, information designed to give you everything you need during the game. The WGN Sports Game Zone is brought to you and available every game by Great Escapes. Pools, patio sets, play sets, hot tubs, and more.
We are underway in the third. Brendan Ryan, last batter to take his first plate appearance. Be followed by Schumacher and Rasmus. 1-1 the count. Mentioned Ted Lilly with his 100th career win yesterday. Big Z's been stuck on 100 for a while. Been very good lately, but hasn't been able to buy a win. 5 quality starts over his last 6 outings, but 0-2 with a 3.12 during that time.
Sounds a whole lot like run support, doesn't it?
Yeah, he'd only gotten more than 1 run in support while on the mound once during this unlucky stretch as he strikes out Ryan to start the third. But 3 early ones today. So an even 100 for Ted Lilly. And he's off to the All-Star game for the 2nd time.
He's doing an outstanding job. He's been the guy that Cubs have sort of jumped on his shoulders when they've needed a win this season. He's been that guy, especially here at home.
The 0-1 to Schumacher is low and outside on a sinker. 1-1. Rocks and fires just outside. 2-1. There's Rasmus on deck, and then Albert Pujols. Either guy in front of him gets on, and it's 3-1 to Schumacher. Cubs are 27-10 when they score first, and they've done that today as Schumacher singles into center.
Well, I think that tells you 2 things. One, that means they're scoring some runs, and 2, the bullpen has been pretty good. Get out in front. The starting pitcher can give you a quality start, then your bullpen can close it. Obviously, that's the secret to success. Comes a big at bat right here, because who's standing in the on deck circle?
These are all huge at bats. Every time Colby Rasmus, as long as he's hitting second in this lineup, he's in the box. It's a big at bat. Quick throw to first. Runner back. I'm going to wish this old Cub, Ron Santo, the best as he's out for a couple of days and will be back in Washington, D.C. and WGN Radio and the Cubs radio network. Battling a little health issue, but we understand he's feeling better today, and that's great news. Z continues to get behind Cardinal batters. As Keith mentioned, after the first inning, it's usually 1-0, 2-0 on just about every guy. Able to work around a couple of singles in the second. Way inside, 3-0. Lou has said, Keith, on more than one occasion, you just can't let Pujols beat you. Unfortunately for the Cubs Friday, it seemed like every time Pujols came up, there were runners on base, and sometimes you're forced to have to pitch to a guy.
Well, you're right. In this scenario right here with a 3-0 lead, even though Rasmus gets on base, you got to be careful, but you still got to try to go after him. You can't afford to just give him an extra base in that scenario.
So here comes Pujols with 2 on. And I do wonder about the psychological impact of Pujols in their lineup, just in terms of a pitcher knowing when he's facing Schumacher and Rasmus, maybe putting a little extra pressure on himself. I got to get these guys out.
Very good point. You start trying to aim it a little bit. You're not free and easy. You're not doing the things you normally do as a pitcher, because you look out there and you say, oh, here he comes. Here he comes. I've got to get this guy out. I don't want to face him with a couple on.
High for ball 1.
Having the type of year that Andre Dawson had here in Chicago in '87. I know I hit behind him an awful lot during that year. I watched teams try their best to not allow him to beat them. He did it anyway.
And pulled to the left field corner, and Soriano won't be able to get to it, as Schumacher and Rasmus will both easily score on a 2-run double by Pujols. He now has 87 RBIs on the year, and it's 3-2.
Well, it's just very difficult. Missed upstairs, tried to come back. Didn't really get it all. That tells you how strong that Albert is. He just really did not get great extension on it, but just enough to get it up just above the label, and then got help from the easterly breeze. Nothing that Alfonso on his horse trying to get there, but that being hooked a little bit, being a right-handed hitter, plus the breeze just pushing it away from him. All of a sudden, we got a ball game again.
And Pujols representing the tying run at second base. Here's Ludwig. Low for ball 1. This is a spot where sometimes Z starts throwing instead of pitching. And the first pitch to Pujols was 95. You wonder if he overthrew it a little bit. Pulled that last fastball in the dirt. Took a little something off that sinker. 1-1.
That's the pitch he uses right there. That's the one he's got to stay with, stay ahead with. Interesting the way you put that. Starts throwing instead of pitching.
And there are times when Carlos works too fast. It's good to see him take a couple of extra breaths here for a big 2-1 pitch to Ludwig. Well, the one thing that's, as a broadcaster and as a fan, it can be frustrating sometimes, but he never hides his emotions on the mound. You pretty much know how Carlos is feeling at all times. And right now he's frustrated about how this inning has gone, and maybe not the double to Pujols, but the walk to Rasmus would still be sticking in his craw. To third, backhanded by Fox. High throw, but Hoffpauir stays on the base, and they get the second out.
Comes back and makes a nice pitch there, though. The sinker inside, didn't overthrow it, got something that was moving down, got it on the hands to get it out there. They still got a chance to get out of the inning. Good location with that fastball. Just ate up Ludwig inside, didn't let him get the extension he was looking for. Fox able to make the play.
Chance to get out of it. Chris Duncan takes ball 1. There's a strike. Each team with 4 hits. 2 big ones. Hoffpauir's 3-run homer in the first, and Pujols with a 2-run double here in the third. Good block by Hill. Three and 1. Thurston on deck.
With some good power. It's a dangerous pitch here.
second walk of the inning, bringing up Joe Thurston. Larry heading out to the mound, and Coy Hill will meet him there along with Carlos Zambrano. Cub fans, Len and Bob's baseball blog has joined ChicagoNow.com. From now on, you can find the same great content from Len and Bob's blog at ChicagoNow.com/Len and Bob, as well as WGNTV.com. I have some game notes on there today. We have game notes as well from our friends at Stats Inc. and much, much more. Once again, WGNTV.com or ChicagoNow.com.
Sometimes pitching coaches make moves for mechanical reasons. Sometimes it's just to give a guy a blow. Just let him sort of gather himself a little bit, slow everything down a little bit, say, all right, you need an out here. Let's go over the game plan, make sure we're on the same page, and get ahead in the count. This is downstairs with the first pitch, though.
Carlos is 28. His whole career has been in the Cubs organization. Signed back in '97. 6'5", 255. He's having a third inning, kind of like Kyle Loesch's first. He's nearing 30 pitches already this inning. Base hit, left field. This is going to tie it, as Pujols will easily score. And it's 3-3. So Thurston's 2 for 2. And we're back to where we started.
It's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it. Off the end of the bat, other way, just enough to get it to fall in front of the left fielder, Fonzie Soriano. You look up, and a tie ball game. What seemed to be a cruise job, now all of a sudden the bullpen has to get up. A threat to be behind before the end of the inning.
And again, you go back to the Rasmus at bat, and just like that, Sean Marshall is up. Many times in innings like this, it's not the run scoring hits that you go back to and have a little regret. It's walking a guy in front of Albert Pujols. And it's normally a recipe for disaster, and it certainly has been this inning. And, there are really two ways to look at it, Keith. I mean, you can say we're not going to let Pujols beat us. The other way to look at it is he might do some damage, but if we don't put anybody on base in front of him, it's going to be limited damage.
Well, 60% of the time, somebody's getting him out. That's the way you got to look at it.
Sure. There goes the bat as LaRue strikes out. But in the bat toss, which I think is debuting in St. Louis this week, I think he has the lead. It's 3-3 Cardinals and Cubs.
Had to check out Hodak's in St. Louis, a real fry palace, but everything is just so greaselessly good. It's fantastic. They do fried chicken, toasted raviolis, family-run place. Obviously, you can tell by the consistency of it. They're famous for their fried chicken, and no wonder why. It was just perfect. They do thousands of pounds of it a week. It's always fresh, never frozen.
It's a family-style place, you know, where people can bring their family down here, and they don't need an FHA loan in order to pay for the meal.
Whole thing is all about family, value, casual atmosphere, and really amazing fried chicken.
Skydives is brought to you in part by Geico, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
There's no way. I just can't swing a vacation.
Someone needs to lighten up. No vacation.
I can't afford it.
You can if you name your own price.
I don't know how.
It's easy. Priceline has insider deals. Empty hotel rooms, open plane seats. You can save up to half off.
That's a great deal.
Saving money is no laughing matter.
Everyone thinks their baby is the most beautiful. Now you can decide. One baby will win $5,000. Vote now through July 30th at WGNAmerica.com.
Well, the Cardinals have drawn even with 3 runs in the top of the third. Albert Pujols with a 2-run double and later would score on the Joe Thurston 2-out RBI single. And Micah Hoffpower got a 3-run homer on the first pitch he saw in the first. Takes a called strike on a sinking fastball from Kyle Loesch. One bouncer loved by Pujols. He'll take it unassisted for the out.
The 2009 Chicago Cubs baseball season on WGN is official. Baseball, summer baseball station is brought to you by Bud Lime. Bud Light Lime, the drinkability of Bud Light with the refreshing taste of lime. Well, they're good. I got to tell you.
Here's Jake Fox. Deep to center. Rasmus still back. Warning track. Off the ivy. Boy, he just missed a home run. That's a double for Jake Fox. Just beneath the basket and straightaway center.
Bounce back. That's important. Answer right away if you can. You got 3 in the first. Micah hit his ball hard. Pujols takes away a base hit from him, and now Fox comes to the plate, hits his ball crisp just underneath the basket. That's as far as you can hit one in this ballpark and not get it out of here. A 1-out double.
He missed a home run by maybe less than a foot. Young Cub fans scoring in pencil. Good idea. Milton Bradley turning away from ball 1. This is how close it was.
Just coming down. I'm talking about the top 3 or 4 inches of the ivy. I don't know how it comes down. Doesn't get in the basket there. Basket leans out about 18 inches. Just missed it.
Hit hard again. Pujols on a 1-hopper. Actually flipped it to himself. Albert, I don't think you get an assist on that. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Well, it might have been traveling if we're playing a different sport, as he didn't dribble it, as he's got a little smile on his face. He was going to turn underhanded, knew he had time to get to first base. Why make a throw if you don't have to make a throw? Second time in the inning, he's made a nice play. Sort of flips it up in the air, and then, oh, I better take it myself, as my pitcher was a little tardy getting there. He does. So make sure he still has it in his hand when he steps on the bag as well.
Something you see every day as Baker fouls away, and yesterday something I heard Tim McCarver say on the TV broadcast he had never seen on the same play. Both managers come out and argue
with different umpires on the same
bases.
plays. One arguing at second base, one La Russa at second base, and Lupinella arguing at first. And they got one of the 2 calls right.
Go-ahead run is at third with 2 outs. 1-1 to Jeff Baker. Well, you always seem to experience something just about every day that you don't normally see, whether it's just the sequence of events or whatever. And been certainly a lot of them in this ballpark over the years. 2 Hoffpowers this weekend, one for St. Louis, one for the Cubs. We don't know if they're related. Jarrett and Micah, same spelling. First 2 Hoffpowers in Major League history. You had a Micah homering off a Micah earlier this year. Hoffpower against Owings. I would say a good half dozen times a year We're pulling out the rule book trying to figure out what just happened. It's a great thing about this game. You're always learning something new.
There's a lot of nuances to it. Big at bat right here for Jess Baker. He's had a good series so far. 2-out knock is something the Cubs have been looking for. Just have not been good with runners in scoring position as a club just throughout the year. And these are the types of base hits that help you win pennants. At third, 2 outs, any way to get on.
Kick in the 2-2. Struck him out. Went with a high heat. And he gets Baker. Cubs strand a runner at third. It's 3-3 after 3.
You do get a hint of drinkability right away.
Does my pen have writability?
Come on, people. We gotta focus. We're not leaving until we've met our budget. We need ideas.
We could cut back on marketing.
We could eliminate bonuses. How about we stop buying Bud Light for every meeting?
It's the only beer with just the right taste. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
It was a joke! I'll take care of it. When you have to send money fast, why pay more? It's just $11 with MoneyGram at Walmart. Anywhere in the U.S., and the money arrives in minutes. Just $11.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
Home likes being prepared, being informed, and at bankofamerica.com/prepare, you'll find powerful tools and resources to help you make an informed decision when buying or refinancing a home, such as an interactive guide that takes the guesswork out of buying and refinancing, so you're able to see what you can comfortably afford each month. The more you know, the more confident you'll be that you're choosing the right loan. Bank of America Home Loans. Visit bankofamerica.com/prepare.
This summer, expect everything with WWE superstars on WGN America. It's the one place to witness the culmination of the biggest event of the summer. WWE SummerSlam Live, Sunday, August 23rd, only on pay-per-view. And you could be there.
Can you imagine the celebration?
Log on to WGN America to win a trip for 2 to SummerSlam, including airfare, hotel, and spending cash.
95 miles an hour. Oh, that's great. He looks just right.
Underway in the fourth. 1 ball, no strikes on Kyle Loesch. Cubs with 3 in the first. Cardinals answered back in the third. So he continues to get behind Cardinal batters. This time it's a pitcher, Loesch. Adam Wainwright and Randy Wells later tonight in the nightcap. Cubs are back at 500 yet again, 42-42. A fly the other way. This is Milton Bradley. 1 out. Award-winning musical entertainment invades Wrigley Field this summer. Join us as Billy Joel and Elton John perform their face-to-face tour coming up Thursday, July 16th and Tuesday, July 21st. Rascal Flatts perform their Unstoppable tour on Saturday, July 18th. Tickets are still available by visiting tickets.com or calling 1-800-THE-CUBS. Mezzanine suites are also available by calling 773-404-CUBS. Terrio with a nice stab. The throw in time to get Brendan Ryan. What a play.
Well, I believe that's going to be a web, Jim. There's no doubt. To his left, ball hit right on the button. Ryan having to leave his feet, gets it. The great part about it is his ability to get up. This ball's hit right on the button. Terrio lays his body out, then able to get to his feet quickly, use the strong arm. And Ryan gets down the line well. That is a fine, fine play by Ryan Terrio.
Strike 1 on Skip Schumacher. Singled and scored his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Z working quickly.
Ahead in the count. Much different. Schumacher did hit 3-1, base hit to center. That 3-run third inning. This time Down 0-2. He was in his first at bat.
We were talking before the game about just the general approach by most hitters to get a good fastball to drive, and well, you can certainly much more easily look for that pitch when you're ahead in the count. And conversely, if you're a guy like Zambrano, you get ahead 0-2 on Schumacher, well, that just opens up all kinds of options for a pitcher.
The 0-2 pitch is one you can do, as Z did right there, go deep out of the zone. This one is when you want to come after him, comes back with a good sinker, gets the strikeout.
So a nice 1-2-3 inning for Carlos after struggling in the third. It's 3-3.
Copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Thursday. Finally. Dinner with the girls tonight. Mexican or Italian? I really want dessert tonight. I better skip breakfast. Yep. This is all I need.
Skipping breakfast to get ahead? Research shows that women that eat breakfast, like the Special K breakfast, actually weigh less. The Special K breakfast now in blueberry. So why skip when you can eat all this and still weigh less?
Victory is sweet.
When you're ready to tear it up, grab an energy drink. Woo!
When you've got a lot to do and you can't afford to let down, grab a 5-Hour Energy.
This is totally kicking.
5-Hour Energy keeps you going for hours without a crash, unlike that sugary kid stuff.
Whoa, harsh.
Well, there's over 12 teaspoons of sugar per can. Just look.
Gross.
5-Hour Energy does it all without the sugar. You'll go from groggy to get it done.
You mean like work?
Yeah, you should try it sometime. 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later.
Feeling back pain? Dr. Scholl's back pain relief orthotics with shock guard technology give you immediate relief that lasts all day long. Dr. Scholl's pain relief is a step away.
A 3-3 tie, bottom of the fourth. Cardinals won Friday. Cubs came back with a victory yesterday. They finish off the first half with a day-night twin bill here today. Loesch with a 1-0 to Coy Hill. Another one hopper. That's a third one to Pujols the last 2 innings. So 1 out here in the inning, and since we last talked to you on Friday, the Cubs made a roster move. Sam Fuld is back, at least for the rest of this weekend, and it was an interesting connection to Keith Moreland, because he broke your College World Series hit record, and he had his record broken this year, right?
Yeah, but Dustin Ackley, outstanding hitter, drafted #2 pick overall in the draft by the Seattle Mariners. Sam Fuld, Stanford Cardinal, an outstanding collegiate player, back in the big leagues.
Zambrano didn't mean to and tapped it foul on a curveball. 1 strike to Z. Inside on a fastball. Keep an eye on the Dodgers and Brewers. They're just underway. It's Clayton Kershaw and Yovani Gallardo in that matchup.
Brewers 2 games back of the Cardinals, in between the Cubs and the Cardinals.
Their closer has made the All-Star team. Trevor Hoffman is going to replace Jonathan Broxton. High in the air and very deep. And for Z, it will go! A home run. 19th career homer, and he gives the Cubs the lead again. But again, the wind's not helping him on a day like this.
impressive is that for the guy to be a guy that doesn't get to take a ton of batting practice? They hit with the pitchers. Third one this season. His 19th of his career, and I wasn't sure he got enough of it. I knew he squared it pretty good. Into the flies Southwest Airlines. How far did it fly? 396 feet. Into the traffic in right center. Cubs with a 4-3 lead.
Second homer for the Cubs today. Ground ball to Albert Pujols. It's a hook from Giovanni Soto, who will head off to rehab his oblique in Arizona. Well, we normally say give it to a kid or give it to your girlfriend, right?
You got to give it to your girlfriend, doesn't he? What is he going to do? He's holding it. Hugs her, not hand it to her. No, you're going to keep it. High-fiving. A fun time in the bleachers.
You had your fair share of correspondence with the bleacherites during your career.
Oh, absolutely. You got to know the regulars that were there on a regular basis. Being in the outfield, folks, if you've never done it, those folks that we have across the nation, if you've never been to Wrigley and sat in the bleachers, it's a must-do for a sports fan before you retire being a fan. Sure.
Hate to start a story with 2 outs, but as Terrio fouls away. RF Bleachers writing in on our blog. Sunday, August 5th, 1984. Hot afternoon at Wrigley. My buddies and I, as always, in the front row and right, cheering on Mr. Clutch, Keith Moreland. Our mantra, let's talk number 6. He hit a 2-out grand slam to give the Cubs a lead early in the game. Temperatures rose, the sun beat down. And they said, you look like you're about to melt when you took the field late in the game. The beer guy was making his way through the bleachers, and we yelled, hey, Keith, how about an ice cold Bud without missing a beat? You nodded your head enthusiastically, yes. And he ends the story by saying, something tells me he and Sut found a cold one after the game.
I guarantee you that happened. That's a guarantee.
Good stuff. Another one hit well to center. Rasmus drifting, now backpedaling and hauling it in to retire Terrio. Zambrano giving the Cubs their second lead. It's 4-3 on his home run.
Had to check out Hodak's in St. Louis. They're famous for their fried chicken, and no wonder why. It was just perfect. Toasted raviolis are a St. Louis tradition, and were as good here as I've ever had. The real standout, though, was the toothpick. A hot dog stuffed with jack cheese, wrapped in bacon and deep fried. It was intense. Didn't try the frog legs. They looked pretty good. Those who did said it was good.
Actually, I love the service, love the bartenders. The food is really good. It's inexpensive, very reasonable. It's my really every Saturday tradition here.
Skydives is brought to you in part by Geico, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Who's watching? Who's watching?
It's right here. It's easy. It's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
Carlos Zambrano giving his team the lead once again, 4-3 on a home run. Crushed it to center. And facing Colby Rasmus. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Short inning in the fourth, did a nice job. Then helps himself with a home run. Tough inning here as meat of the order for the Cardinals coming back.
Hold off to the left, 1-2. Pujols is 1 for 2 with a 2-run double. Just missed outside. 2-2. Always important in a doubleheader situation to get a deep outing from your game 1 starter. Both pitchers having to work through high pitch innings early on. Well, you hate to go to your bullpen too early. We saw Sean Marshall up as he was struggling in the third, but as Keith mentioned, came right back with a 1-2-3-4. Well, you hate to take his bat out of the lineup at this point too. Rasmus giving him a battle.
A real nice catch by a fan as it was coming back from the top, fixing to go over from the upper deck to the lower deck, reaches out and snags it. One hand, nice play.
Did he go? He did. Angel Hernandez ringing him up from third.
Important part was also the pitch, a slider 2-2, got it to move against the left-hander. Barrel definitely crossed the bat. As the barrel of the bat out in front of the plate, the entire Cub dugout instantly, you can help out that umpire a little bit with everybody on. Yes, he did, all at once.
One-0 to Pujols, and he killed that ball, but foul. Pop foul back our way, 1-2.
I think one of the most impressive things, Lynn, that you see about Albert Pujols is there's just absolutely no movement in what he does as a hitter. Very short, pick up his front side, sets it down. His hands don't go far away from him.
Terrio fighting the sun. He was looking for some help, and he dropped it. And Baker is going to apply the tag and get Pujols at second base. Terrio didn't know where it was, and he was looking around for some help. But fortunately, Baker barehanded it on the pickup, able to get a sliding Pujols at second.
Oh, Albert hustles all the time. A couple of times in this series already, he's made plays. Terrio couldn't find it. He's looking for some help. Knows he's got to go get it. Gets him on the end of his glove, and a nice job by Baker realizing that Pujols is going to try to get the second. Dives in there. Gets the out. Albert trying to take advantage of that. Pujols always hustling, thinking second base the whole way. A sneak in there and just getting him before he hit the bat.
The first pitch was no pitch. Time had been called. So there is the first pitch of the at-bat, and it's a strike. Well, we're in the top of the fifth, but normally on a Sunday, this would be top of the first. About 126, 127. It would just be getting this one underway. So it has more of a Saturday early start feel to it. Ludwig strikes out. Good job by Z. Nice shutdown inning after the home run in the bottom of the fourth. 4-3 Cubs.
Instability, bad.
Nailed it.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Nice finger. A wart could get used to this. Liquid wart remover. That's all you got? That could take weeks to treat me. Did it get cold?
Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away removes warts fast with as little as one treatment.
You'll miss me.
Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away.
more cash over here.
It's much easier to find money at Esurance. Great auto insurance rates and lots of discounts.
Got insurance already? Save more with Esurance's Switch and Save discount.
It also pays to shop online. You get Esurance's Fast 5 discount just for getting an instant online quote.
Thanks, Professor.
Don't forget the good student discount.
And there's even more discounts.
It's no secret that you can save hundreds with Esurance.
Make it your mission to click or call Esurance today.
From Wagner comes a revolution in power painting. Optimus dual tip technology with a more refined spray pattern here. This dual tip design delivers better paint coverage here, superior control here, and a beautiful finish here. All of which adds more to life out here. The new Optimus Power Painter with dual tip technology only from Wagner. And now, Wagner brings you the first and only cordless power painter with Optimus technology at Lowe's for just $169.
Detachability, bad.
Now, you see, that's why I don't ride a bike.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Now time for the 5th inning, brought to you by Subway. Hey, Chicagoland viewers, how would you like to win $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. Go to WGNTV.com for complete info and rules. As Soriano with a blue base hit. And he's going to hold with a single. Seen a few balls that haven't been hit hard today, but have dropped for base hits.
Well, that's a triangle out there down the right field line for a big, strong right-handed hitter. And get jammed. Nobody can get to it. As good speed as Ludwig did everything he could do. Schumacher couldn't get there. And look at Pujols. He's out there as well. Soriano having to throw the brakes on. Nice job by LaRue to be right there. Very easily could have thrown in behind him and maybe got an out.
So leadoff man on for Hoffpower. We'll get a 3-run homer in the first, grounded out to first his second time up. Low throw by Loesch. Nice pick by Pujols. Loesch in his first start off the disabled list. His worst inning was the first inning. He faced 8 batters.
I don't see Soriano running here early in this at bat to sort of keep that hole open for Micah, see if he can pull something in the hole between first and second. Later in the inning, if there's a couple outs, you might see him run.
Lofted into center for Rasmus. And that's the first out.
Change speeds. Micah out on his front foot underneath it.
Here comes Jake Fox for the 3rd time. Cardinals would like a double play to get out of this inning. The pitch to Fox, swing and a miss. It's been an eventful first half for Jake Fox. He tore up the Pacific Coast League. And he's hitting over 300 in the majors.
Guy that does not get cheated.
No.
I like the way he goes to the plate. He's ready to swing the bat. Looking for a fastball he can square up.
4 homers on the season, all over his last 12 games. I was trying to get him to bite on that slider. He's not throwing Fox a fastball in the at-bat.
Now, he's going to probably get a breaking ball again. As a runner, you're thinking about running, this is a great pitch to run on right here. It's going to be a slider, more than likely.
Soriano not running, and it was another slider. 2-2. There's Bradley watching the festivities from the on-deck circle.
Well, then I don't think you run 2-2. I think this is the one you don't run on. And if it goes 3-2, you run then.
First time he got a fastball. It was just off the plate, 3-2. So we'll see if Soriano will be on the move here.
Try to stay out of double plays when you can. See that 40-pitch first inning. Since then, it's been very effective, economic as well.
There he goes, popped up. And Soriano fortunately able to locate it, and it's going to drop. Everybody's safe, so we found no man's land in terms of the sun. It's at shortstop, and that'll be a hit for Fox. That's a gift from the heavens right there on a ball that should be caught, but we've seen a couple here that have found a way to the ground.
You're just in no man's land. You get out, you get in position, you're looking for it, you can't find it. You're looking right into the ball of the sun, and then all of a sudden, by the time you found it, there's nothing you can do for it. It's a helpless feeling defensively. Just put your hands on your hip. Brendan Ryan is an outstanding young shortstop. Nothing he could do about that. You just can't find it. You're in position, do everything you can do. Trust me, folks, it's happened to me before many times in this ballpark.
The only thing I don't love about these two plays, and I don't know as an official scorer what Bob Rosenberg can do, but Terrio obviously didn't know where his pop-up was, the Pujols pop-up, but he got a glove on it, was charged with an error. Whereas Fox gets a hit, and the Cardinals didn't even get anywhere close to the ball, but it should have been caught.
It's a difficult call as an official scorer. I believe Ryan, the ball had just fallen, and Ryan not got his glove on it. I believe Terrio would have been issued an error as well.
Swing and a miss. You almost get penalized for finding it at the end. Yeah.
It's a big at bat for Bradley right here. Got a break. Actually, a couple of breaks on bloop fly balls. See if you can take advantage here.
2-1 to count.
Maybe the best pitch of the at-bat to hit is this pitch here. No activity in the Cardinal bullpen, which is really surprising to me. They had some guys up stretching at the beginning of the inning.
That may change if Loesch walks Bradley. I'm sure from Tony La Russa, Dave Duncan's standpoint, they're saying, you know, Loesch has made good pitches this inning. As you said, the 2 hits have been bloop hits, and one should have absolutely been caught but got lost in the sun. 3-2.
It's hard for me as a hitter. I was in these situations, I was looking to try to drive the ball. I get 3-1. I'm looking for a fastball to get some extension. Milton looking for a different pitch than that.
Brings up a 3-2, and he takes the walk to load him up. Well, we have a moment. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Out-of-Side Retro Night, tonight starting at 5 East, 2 West on WGN America.
Dave Duncan's going to come out with a bases loaded situation. Jeff Baker coming up to the plate. Skip Schumacher just got some sunglasses, the flip downs from the Cardinal dugout.
You know, a lot of guys in today's game wear a glass all the time, just a constant glass. I always felt like that the thickness and the shade you get from flip downs is so much better than a normal sunglass. I don't understand why more folks don't use the old flip down glasses. You can definitely get them set up. I mean, I went through 2 brand new pairs a year when I played here, and they were in my locker. I didn't give them to anybody else. I took care of them every day. That was lifeblood in right field here.
Alfonso Soriano uses them pretty much every day here. Milton Bradley, I believe, has gone to the flip downs. Maybe not quite as fashionable as the style Jeff Baker's wearing, but they're functional. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That's one of Mr. Brenly's pet peeves. The glasses on the hat. He said at least you keep the hat shaded.
Yeah, right. I don't quite understand that as well. It would be really tough for me as a manager if you missed a fly ball in the sun and your sunglasses were on the top of your hat.
Called strike 2. He got the slider. That's a big pitch for Loesch.
Just nips the outside corner. Andy Marsh gives it to him. 17 inches wide, and it's 19 with some black, and that one caught part of the black.
0-2 to Baker. Another slider. This one farther outside. Soriano at third, Fox at second, Bradley at first. You have Hill on deck. Biggest lead of the day has been 3. Cardinals came back to tie it, but then Zambrano with a home run in the 4th made it 4-3.
Baker gets down the line pretty well. You got to make contact here. These are the scenarios where, quite frankly, the Cubs have struggled all year long, getting that guy in from third base when you need to have it done. And that's a big insurance run. Got to make contact, stay away from the double play, obviously.
He does make contact. It's behind first, foul ground, and Pujols just cannot get there.
Still pretty good piece of hitting there. You're going to be defensive here. You're not really looking to drive something. You're not sure what pitch is going to come. You've worked it back from an 0-2 count. Got enough of it there to keep the at-bat alive. You're hoping you get a mistake, but you've got to be able to hit a good pitch right now, at least foul it off.
Well, this is in a similar spot, and Ryan locates this one. They did call the infield fly rule on that play, as I think it was Angel Hernandez from third who put his arm up first, and it's a little tricky on a day like this, isn't it?
Well, it is tricky, but by rule, the rule states a ball that is playable by an infielder, that is no question playable by an infielder. I think it was the right call to be made. Big out there. Now it's going to take a 2-out knock.
Troy is 0 for 2. Roller to Pujols. He'll flip. Loesch covering, and Kyle Loesch escapes as the Cubs leave him loaded. It's 4-3 Cubs.
It's the reason you watch movies.
Or a great reason to start.
Movie Underground right here every Friday night.
And the first thing that I'm going to do when I get back is to get some decent food. Dig it. I'll tell you that. What's the matter? The food ain't that bad, baby.
When Domino's American Legends were created, we had no idea the feud that would ensue.
Yo, Philly
Philly cheesesteak is where it's at.
Pacific Veggie is primo, dude.
You're all talk and no meat.
Listen, meathead.
You ain't got nothing.
Domino's American Legends. You decide the best of the best.
2 medium cappuccinos.
You're ready for the mid-morning rush, thanks to a good breakfast.
1 coffee with room, 1 large mocha latte. Medium macchiato, light hot chocolate, hold the whip, and 2 espresso. Make 1 double.
She's fiber-focused.
I have 2 cappuccinos, 1 coffee with room, 1 large mocha latte, a medium macchiato, a light hot chocolate, hold the whip, and 2 espressos, 1 with a double shot.
Gonna take more than coffee to stay this focused.
Stay full and focused through the morning with a breakfast of Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheat Cereal, an excellent source of fiber that helps you avoid the distraction of mid-morning hunger.
No, thanks. I'm good.
I don't have to tell you what athlete's foot is like. It's annoying. And you just want it gone. So I get rid of it with Lotrimin Ultra. It's so powerful it kills all major types of athlete's foot fungus. Nothing cures better. Lotrimin Ultra, the 1-week killer cure.
On nights when Dad works late, we'll treat ourselves a bit at Olive Garden.
Ooh, breadsticks.
It's a chance for us to catch up. So is Donna still in the picture?
Maybe. Enjoy Olive Garden's new chicken crostata, grilled marinated chicken breast with our tomato Alfredo sauce. Or new steak crostata, grilled steak medallions with a 4 cheese sauce, both with crispy Asiago cheese crostatas and unlimited salad and breadsticks.
So is this serious?
Yeah, this is seriously good.
Oh.
Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
The Bud Light Concert Series is back. Coldplay will be playing at the Alpine Valley Music Theater July 25th, brought to you by Bud Light. Tickets are available exclusively at livenation.com. Coldplay, July 25th, brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light, the difference is drinkability. What a good group coming to town.
Well, the Cubs had a chance to tack on to their 1-run lead, could not do it. As we get into the 6th, Duncan, Thurston, LaRue versus Zambrano. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Chris Duncan.
Big inning for the Cubs. Could have got some separation. Zambrano out still with just a 1-run lead.
Mentioned earlier, Trevor Hoffman will replace Jonathan Broxton on the National League All-Star team. Broxton has an irritated nerve on his right toe, and Hoffman,
his 20th save yesterday.
Yeah, and it's the 7th time Trevor Hoffman has been an All-Star, all-time saves leader. So a replacement in the American League, called strike 3.
Z has struck out 4 out of the last 5 batters. Excellent sinker, outside corner, right there. As a hitter, there's not much you can do but put your sword away, grab some bench.
6 Ks all since the 3rd inning. Carlos Pena, first baseman with Tampa Bay. As Thurston slices it foul, will replace Dustin Pedroia for the American League. Pedroia's wife is 7 months pregnant and is in the hospital with some complications, so it'll be Carlos Pena added to the team. So all 4 starting infielders for the Rays will be representing the American League. A flare in the left. Soriano coming in. He has it on the run. First time Thurston's been retired today. Follow your team on your iPhone and iPod Touch with MLB.com. At Bat 2009 featuring play-by-play, video highlights, and live audio broadcasts. Visit Cubs.com on your iPhone or iPod Touch to purchase.
That 3-run 3rd inning, you got to give Carlos a lot of credit. He's settled in. He's pitched ahead in the count again. He's been in control of the game, working quickly, using both pitches.
He basically has retired 9 straight if you count the Pujols pop-up that dropped on an error by Terrio, but Pujols was retired on the same play. So they have not had a base runner since Thurston tied it with that single in the 3rd. 3. Good fastball from Z. 7 Ks today. Cubs lead by 1.
Cubs baseball is brought to you by Pepsi. Refresh everything. Visit refresheverything.com.
Rush hour traffic. There is a stalled vehicle in the right lane causing.
When you're really in pain, relief can't come fast enough. Introducing new Bayer Quick Release Crystals. Active crystals dissolve quickly on your tongue. With an extra pain-relieving booster, it's ready to go to work faster than caplets or tablets. It's a whole new way from Bayer to dissolve pain fast. New Bayer Quick Release Crystals in a bold citrus taste. Expect relief fast.
Great choice. I don't know what that means, but if you were to lose your job for some reason, the Sears Buyer Protection Program would cover your purchase until you're working again or your appliance is paid off. You know, should you lose your job.
The Sears Buyer Protection Program. One more way we've got you covered when you use your Sears card. Come in now and save 20% on all Kenmore appliances. Sears, life well spent.
From Wagner comes a revolution in power painting. Optimus dual tip technology. With a more refined spray pattern here. This dual tip design delivers better paint coverage here, superior control here, and a beautiful finish here. All of which adds more to life out here. The new Optimus Power Painter with dual tip technology only from Wagner. And now, Wagner brings you the first and only cordless power painter with Optimus technology at Lowe's for just $169.
A lot of people don't know it, but it is possible to void your diploma.
Let's check out today's Honda Accord game summary. Visit your Honda dealer. Test drive a 2009 Honda Accord. Albert Pujols has had a big weekend, but Ryan Theriot with a couple of doubles. Michael Hoffpower with a go-ahead 3-run homer, and then the big blow later. Carlos Zambrano with his 19th career blast, giving the Cubs their current 4-3 lead. And he'll lead off the bottom of the 6th as Tony La Russa goes into his bullpen and goes with right-hander Jason Mott. Slapped on the ground by Z. Schumacher throws him out.
Second appearance in this series for Mott. 3-3 record coming out of the bullpen. Fastball slider guy sort of slings it at you. 7 strikeouts. You can see at times has struggled with his control.
Former catcher began his conversion to the mound in 2006. Bucadome is 0 for 3. Shows bunt and takes ball 1. Bunted to Pujols, who will apply the tag. Pujols has been pretty busy over there at first, and he's handled everything without incident.
Yes, a lot of balls hit right on the button. He's made nice plays. Complete player. Anticipated that well. I think that's the other thing. He's playing very deep, sees it. Ball was bunted a little firm for sure, but his anticipation makes it a very routine out.
There was a time when the Cardinals weren't sure where to put him.
You're right.
Well, his first year he played the corner spots in both the infield and the outfield. And that's a strike to Theriot. Sean Marshall up for the Cubs. Pujols has become a Gold Glover at first base.
As good as there is.
Hit foul by Theriot. 0-2 on Ryan. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get a few more runs here today. That's a pretty good Cardinal offense. Maybe Big Z's coming up to sing the stretch with Kurt Busch. He came up to the booth the other day for the first time, I believe, since he's been a Cub, and did a nice rendition of the 7th inning stretch. Well, we'll get to the 7th inning. It's 4-3 Cubs from Wrigley.
Everyone thinks their baby is the most beautiful. Now you can decide. One baby will win $5,000. Vote now through July 30th at WGN.America.com.
That hits the spot. It's drinkability. It means Bud Light is good wherever you are. If you're at a party, or playing golf, like those guys, or at the bar. Draw another door. Don't say draw.
Never filling, always refreshing. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
7 aces.
It basically took me the whole summer. And I don't know how many times I needed to go to AutoZone, but at least now when I go, it's not on my bike.
Hey, hon. Hey, Dad, look what I drew today.
Wow. Hey, wait a minute. Why doesn't Daddy have a blizzard?
The Girl Scout cookie blizzard. You're a boy.
Hey, it's not a big deal.
It's easy for you to say. You already have a blizzard. There.
You're being a child.
No, get me my blizzard.
Everybody wants one. The new Girl Scouts Tag-Along Blizzard. Creamy DQ soft serve and real pieces of peanut butter cookies. And now try our new Sweet Deals value menu.
Time for today's Bud Light Fan Camp. Today on this lovely Sunday afternoon. How about the Rascals?
On a Sunday afternoon.
Today's Bud Light Fan Cam with just the right taste that never fills you up. The difference is drinkability. All kinds of action here. Rick Ankiel was announced, so Sean Marshall coming in for Big Z. We're grooving on a Sunday afternoon. 4-3 Cubs.
Home likes being prepared, being informed, and at bankofamerica.com/prepare, you'll find powerful tools and resources to help you make an informed decision when buying or refinancing a home, such as an interactive guide that takes the guesswork out of buying and refinancing, so you're able to see what you can comfortably afford each month. The more you know, the more confident you'll be that you're choosing the right loan. Bank of America Home Loans. Visit bankofamerica.com/prepare.
Great choice. I don't know what that means, but if you were to lose your job for some reason, the Sears Buyer Protection Program would cover your purchase until you're working again or your appliance is paid off. You know, should you lose your job.
The Sears Buyer Protection Program. One more way we've got you covered when you use your Sears card. Come in now and save 20% on all Kenmore appliances. Sears, life well spent.
Sean Marshall in to face pinch hitter Rick Ankiel. It's 1-1 on Ankiel. They had Jared Hoffpauir, righty, getting ready to bat against Z, but I don't think he was ever announced. And Tony went with Ankiel. Lou decided to take Zambrano out and go with Sean Marshall. Keel's been struggling. 2 for 22 on their current road trip. Three balls and a strike. 4-3 Cubs, a tight one. They're in the opener of a split doubleheader.
Well, this is huge at bat in the sense that you come in out of the left-hander comes out of the pen, and got a lefty-lefty matchup, exactly what you're looking for. He just challenges him right there. 3-1, throws it by him. You need to challenge him again here. Make him put it in play.
And he does, and he foul tips for strike 3.
Falls behind, comes back though, back to back. Ankiel misses the first one. This one has that just enough hop on it inside. Underneath it, hops over the top of his bat. That's a big out for Marshall.
Sean made 8 starts early in the year and had a 2-4 record with a 4.87 ERA. As a reliever, his ERA is 3 runs better. And if you look statistically, Keith, at his career, he's been better in the bullpen. Most guys want to start. Sean has expressed his interest in starting. But at least early on in his career, he's found better success pitching in relief as Angel Guzman gets up. 0-2 the count on Brendan Ryan.
Sometimes people find their niche and they feel like that I've got the stuff to be a starting pitcher. You have to find where you fit in. Keep your head up if you're outside the screen. Bullet into the stands that time.
Still 0-2 on Ryan. Ground ball. This is Jake Fox picking it up at third. 2 outs in the inning.
Nice job by Marshall coming in. Fell behind. Sometimes it also forces a manager to make switches. No switch here though. Lefty-lefty matchup again.
Inside on Schumacher. Fouled back. 1-1. NASCAR's Kurt Busch will handle our 7th inning stretch coming up.
Had a great race going last night. Got bumped and it got sandwiched in between and out of the top 10 when that happened.
Good curveball. It's Marshall's bread and butter pitch. 1-2.
Just snapdragon. Late break to it. Drops it in there for a strike.
Ground ball to first. Hoffpower will flip. Marshall covering. Time for the stretch.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game is NASCAR driver Kurt Busch.
Hey, Chicago, let me hear ya. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so it's root for the If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. That's the way to do it. Go Cubs, go Cubs.
See you tomorrow, Steve.
Tony Stewart. Thank you, Tony.
Tony?
Armor All wash, wipes, and tire shines. Go ahead, stare. And to clean your car while you shine, try Armor All Protectant.
Cubs 4, Cardinals 3. Excellent job today by Sean Marshall with a 1-2-3-7. Quality start for Carlos Zambrano, and former Cub Todd Wellemeyer, a starter for the Cardinals, but with the All-Star break coming up, they needed him out of their bullpen. Kyle McClellan's been busy this first half, so didn't want to have to use him today. So Wellemeyer in to face Soriano, Hoffpower, and Fox, and Kurt Busch in the visiting TV booth today because of the night game later. We got all kinds of TV crews here. Kurt, nice to see you, and my partner here, Keith Moreland, was at the race last night.
Well, it's just I'm a fan, put it that way, and have a little bit of an idea of what's going on.
That's great. That's great. NASCAR's in town just once a year, so I told all my PR staff, I said, I'm going to the Cubs game Sunday. I'm taking the day off.
There you go.
Very nice. Well, a great day to be out here. A 1-0 count on Alfonso Soriano. So what happened last night? Keith had his analysis. Was that accurate?
Well,
he was on it.
Well, he was right in the middle of the race. I mean, you had a car that you started 22nd, and you're getting up, you're running in the top 10, your times are good, and you're running right there, and now you're down to the last 20 laps, and I'll let you go from there.
A base hit for Soriano. Time now to look at today's AM/PM player of the game, Micah Hoffpower, with a 3-run homer on a breaking ball of Kyle Loesch in the first inning. Getting the Cubs offense started today. Once again, our AM/PM player of the game, Micah Hoffpower. Too much good stuff.
Kirk, now you've got some ties to Chicago. Looking at you went to junior high here, or raised in town, and became a Cub fan early, right?
Yeah, my parents are from the western suburbs, Schaumburg, Rolling Meadows, yes, Arlington Heights, and I grew up watching WGN and the Cubbies out in Las Vegas. That's where I grew up. And so I saw them every afternoon as an elementary student, middle school student, playing ball.
I don't know what years were those. You're a young guy. I actually might have been here playing.
No, yes, sir. You were. You were playing 84, right?
Yes.
84 was a big year, and Sandberg was my favorite player as a kid growing up.
He was mine too.
I love WGN and how they covered the Cubs every day, and that's what made me a big fan, because I didn't have a team to root for out in Las Vegas.
And Wellemeyer will fire over to first. Well, hopefully you've converted as many of your teammates as possible, members of your crew.
Oh, absolutely. I've been around to a few stadiums and saw some of the players, and at the Phillies last year, it was cute. One of the guys asked me who my favorite team was, and I told him that, hey, I'm a Cubs fan, and one guy jumps up in the back, hey, I'm a big Jimmy Johnson fan, you know, just to josh with you. And I went, well, you know what? I should tell every team that I'm visiting that they're my favorite team.
Absolutely.
But everybody knows I'm a big Cub fan in the NASCAR garage.
Well, you guys are all over the country. You race. Used to be a southern sport in the southeast United States. No more. It's all kinds of different tracks. The big Talladegas and Daytonas, and then you have the road races. You're all over the place.
Absolutely. Just a nationwide circuit all around. Even my hometown of Vegas has got a track now, and everywhere we go, there's a big following, the fan support. It's very loyal from our NASCAR fans, just like our Cubs fans.
2-0 on Hoffpower as the Cubs try to tack on. They left the bases loaded back in the 5th. They had them loaded with 1 out, but the starter Loesch got out of it. On pause by Wellemeyer, and then he missed again. 3-0. Todd Wellemeyer worked down to the pen when he was a Cub, but this is his first relief appearance of the season after 18 starts.
Sometimes that's a difficult transition, Lynn, because of the fact is you usually have 18, 20 minutes to get loose. You run, do different things. And coming out of the pen, you got to get it, get ready to go. You got to take advantage of this right here. First two guys on, nobody out.
So where's your next race?
We have the next week off, which is rare for NASCAR. Then we head to Indianapolis.
I know the Brickyard's always a fun one.
It sure is. Second biggest race of the year. Yeah, just the prestige, the history, and everything about Indianapolis is very prominent, and everybody wants to win there. It's a tough trophy to get.
Different because the banking is a little different than most of the tracks y'all run on too as well, isn't it?
That's for sure. It's like racing in a parking lot. It's flat, and that track's been there since the early 1900s, and that's what makes it that prestigious. It reminds me a lot of Wrigley Field, and when we visit there, there's the nostalgic feeling that you get when you walk inside. It's very special.
So 2 on with no outs. We're with Kurt Busch, as Jake Fox is going to dig in.
Qualifying there's a little different too, isn't it? I mean, just going through the qualifying, obviously you're a veteran, you won a NASCAR championship, so you've done this stuff before, so you're not a rookie at this, but just going out and qualifying, that's got to be an interesting feeling. Hey, where I am qualifying right here is pretty cool. It's like the first time you said you step into the plate at Wrigley. It was pretty cool. You go, oh, wow, I'm at Wrigley Field.
Absolutely. It sets you back in time, and when you make your first practice laps around there, well, you know that this is special. You know that this is Indianapolis. It's just like you said, coming to Wrigley.
Fox with a fly ball out into left center, and it'll be handled by Colby Rasmus. And the throw back to second, and Soriano back in time.
Cardinals were anticipating the bunt there. They had bunt defense going where they came in behind Soriano. Thurston was charging for third. Fox not bunting. Pulled the bat back. Just got it a little bit off the end of the bat.
Bring up Milton Bradley, who is 0 for 1, but he's reached twice on walks. Are you going to be here tonight as well, Kurt, or are you just playing it by ear today?
I had heard that there was a rain out. I don't know what the date was, and they were rescheduling for today, which was the day after our race. And I said, I am definitely calling in sick today. We are heading to the ballpark. So I'm loving it. We got 18 innings of baseball today.
Just outside.
And I can't help but ask you this as a NASCAR fan, and I know you can't comment on it, but some of us, how about the car of tomorrow? Are we getting are we getting better?
I wish we could say that everything was positive about it. I mean, there's some good things, there's some bad things. It's definitely a work in progress, and I think that all of us know that when you introduce something new, it takes time for everybody to accept it, then to challenge it, and then make it a better car. And I think we've challenged it, and now we're all working on making it a better car for better racing and better excitement. But definitely felt like my team at Penske Racing, we struggled with it early on, but this year we've definitely found a groove and our overall 4th in points, so it feels good.
Wellemeyer again struggling in the strike zone.
Sorry, I keep talking, but I'm watching a bunch of balls come over the plate, so our fans are still up to date here. This is great. 2 on, 1 out.
We need some insurance here.
Yeah, I've been looking for Bradley to break through.
Ball 4, bases loaded. Same spot as the 5th inning.
Sure is.
Cubs did not add anything in the 5th. Got to get it done here. We're going to see a pitching change as Tony La Russa headed out to the mound. He's going to go to the bullpen.
It's like P.J. Walters is coming in. Bases loaded. The Cubs lead 4-3, and again trying to add on here in the 7th. We'll be back.
That hits the spot. It's drinkability. Means Bud Light is good wherever you are. If you're at a party, or playing golf, like those guys, or at the bar.
Draw another door.
Don't say draw.
Never filling, always refreshing. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
7 aces.
Who's the most most beautiful baby.
Look at you.
Smile for Daddy.
Oh, you're so cute.
All right, give me a big smile.
Who's my little pumpkin pie? My witty bagel boo.
Everyone thinks their baby is the most beautiful. Now you can decide. Vote for your favorite and one beautiful baby will win $5,000. But hurry, voting ends July 30th. Go to WGNAmerica.com now.
This is the cutest baby ever.
Yes, you are.
You know what I like to see?
You gotta see this.
What would you like to see? Something funny.
What is this, high school? Seems like it. Everybody's having sex but me.
I'm just a regular guy. I want to see what everybody else wants to see.
Mama!
Well, wait. Go back. You know I watch this. I like to see a television show about us. Perfect. They're sat there watching and watching and watching and watching and watching.
Time now to look at our high-def shot of the game, sponsored by Comcast. And a beautiful view here at Wrigley Field. Just about from anywhere, but we like that upper deck view. See a lot of the neighborhood here in Wrigleyville. Cubs baseball in high definition is sponsored by Comcast. P.J. Walters, who was brought back from AAA Memphis yesterday, is going to come on, and he will not face Jeff Baker. It'll be Sam Fuld to bat for Baker with the bases loaded and only one out.
Lou Piniella trying to go to his bench, understanding how important. In the same scenario in the fifth, Baker at the plate didn't get the job done. It's got to find a way, and Cardinals answer that. They'll bring the infield up.
Len Casper, Keith Moreland, and NASCAR's Kurt Busch in the booth. Infield in. Here's a pitch. Ball one.
Maybe the best pitch of the at-bat here again. More than likely he's going to get something hard, a fastball. Something you can drive. You want to stay in the middle of the diamond, get the ball airborne.
Sam Fuld brought back yesterday with Giovanni Soto going on the disabled list. Kicking the 1-0. That is a strike on a breaker.
You're looking fastball and you don't see it right away when you're heading the count. That's the first thing you do is throw the brakes on.
Oh, I like that. A little NASCAR analogy. Throw on the brakes.
Did he downshift? There might have been a downshift in there.
Know.
That's
We use a lot of brake here in Chicagoland.
And time called. And actually the catcher LaRue asked for time. Walters made his major league debut against the Cubs here at Wrigley Field back in April. And got a no decision as a starter that day. 4 innings, 3 runs. See LaRue looking into the Cardinal dugout before giving the signs.
Really anticipating maybe the Cubs might squeeze here. Taking a lot of time to make a decision on what to do.
Our fans will let them know that for sure. Get them.
Fake to third and nothing happening from the Cubs here.
Looks like the last 10 laps of a race out there. Everybody's a little nervous, a little tentative, hesitant to pull the trigger.
There's no yellow cautions out there.
Duncan coming over near the line as he will not make the catch, banging up against the sidewall. Well, that's good and bad news, I guess, Keith. That it's good news that Fuld gets another chance, but they would have gotten that 5th run.
I don't think any way that Duncan could have made this play. He gets to the wall and then try to come off the wall and make a throw. Alfonso was tagging at third with his speed. I think he would have scored. That would have been insurance, no question. So you're right. Now you still got to get the job done, but you're down 1 and 2.
So Fuld will shorten up here in a 1-2 count. Infield still in. Outside. How much do you hear the crowd, Kurt, during a tense moment in the race?
You don't hear the crowd, but what you do see is the night race, the flashbulbs going off. And when cars are 2 wide, 3 wide, and you know the action's getting heated, there's 90,000 flashbulbs heading your way. It's really, really intimidating.
Ground ball, and the throw goes to the plate, and LaRue, he never did get the plate. Here comes Tony. Boy, LaRue took a couple of shots at home plate, and Randy Marsh is saying he never did touch it. And it's 5-3.
The throw came in high, and when he first went up to get the baseball, his foot was not on the bag, and then when he came back down to tag it, Randy Marsh said he missed it. Didn't come back down on it. This ball's off of the end of the bat. Schumacher's throw is high to the plate. He comes up. He has to come off of the bag, and when he comes down, his foot's out in front of the plate. He looks down to make sure he's on it, and then he reaches back for it. His body is falling forward. He did not get back together. That's an excellent call by Randy Marsh.
His toe was near the edge of the plate and went up instead of down. So it'll be an error on Schumacher on the throw.
Well, game of racing is called by thousandths of a second. Game of baseball is by hundredths of an inch.
That's just exactly what that was. Marsh right there to make the call there. In good position.
Curveball strike. A 2-run game.
See with the front cleat. See where it dug into the ground. It did not have a part of the plate.
Another ground ball, and it gets through the legs of Pujols. 2 runs are going to score. Hawk Power followed by Bradley. I guess he is human.
I was going to say, you don't see that normally, do you?
Gold Glove first baseman's been fantastic in this series. You could just see Pujols that time trying to make, he was going to do something with the ball, thinking about maybe even coming to the plate. Took his eye off it at the last minute. Instead of trying to do something with it, he never secured the baseball. A huge, huge break for the Cubs. Still just 1 out of the inning, first and third, 3 across in the inning. Really have gotten some separation. Derek Lee was out in the on-deck circle to pinch hit. And Lou Piniella has brought him back, not using him here, and going to go deeper to get a new hitter.
Going to go with Andres Blanco instead. And he'll go right to Mike Quaddy.
So, all right, if I just stay up here with you guys, bring us some good luck to the booth here.
You're right. Fun visit, Kurt.
We needed some runs. You got them.
For sure.
2 errors in the inning. And on back-to-back plays, Schumacher and then Pujols.
You look at that and you go back and review that, but if you make the play on the first play, extra outs and innings cost you multiple runs usually. Still just 1 out in the inning.
Because the thought of Pujols, if he had 2 outs, he knew he had just to go to the bag with the ball.
That's exactly right.
So first and third still only 1 out, and it's Andres Blanco. And another fake to third and a look at first. Only 1 hit in the inning. That was a leadoff single by Alfonso Soriano. 2 walks and 2 errors since. I think the Cubs add 3 runs to their lead. Fly ball center field, not deep. Rasmus got a late start. He'll make the catch and he'll keep folded third. So 2 outs in the inning.
Rasmus shows you why he was such a good-looking young player. I didn't think there was any way he was going to get to that ball, but it shows you his great speed is off the end of the bat, really turning the Jets on. Runs very good, got there very easily. The ball I didn't think he was going to get to.
So 2 down, and it's Fukudome, the 8th batter of the inning. Todd Wellemeyer started the inning. First time in relief here in 2009, and he struggled throwing strikes. Just one out. Fastball strike.
We'll take all the numbers. We get back to talking with Kurt Busch, number 2 car in NASCAR. You are about to wipe the slate clean here pretty quickly and start all over again.
Absolutely. Our playoffs start in the middle of September. We call it the Chase. Right now we have 7 races left in what we would call our regular season. And then it's, like you said, the slate's wiped clean. Anybody with wins gets bonus points. So we've got 10 bonus points. And some of our competitors have 30 to 20. Basically, straight up even. And you go at them for 10 races all at the end. Which compares us to regular sports in a sense, where you have playoff series that start 0-0 and best of 7 advances, where ours is a best of 10. And the way that I look at it, especially after winning the 2004 championship, is to beat your competitors on average half the time. If you got the 10 races and you beat Jimmy Johnson 5 out of those 10 races, you've got him covered. Then you got to handle Jeff Gordon or a Dale Earnhardt Jr. As long as you can beat him half the time, on average, you will end up ahead of him in points.
2-2 on Fukudome.
So I guess I got to have a 500 batting average then.
All right. That'd be excellent.
It's pretty steep.
And I know you got a lot of people that help you. Penske Racing team.
Oh, a ton of guys behind the scenes. It's amazing just the artwork that they put into our cars. The hand-built fenders, hoods, sides of the cars, the engines, you name it. I got great guys working on our car. I'm very thankful for that.
Ball 4. They are loaded up again. Terriola back.
Number 2.
That's right. I saw you talking to him before the game.
That was great. He's batting second. Number 2. Just talked a little bit. And my wife loves him to death. She thinks that he is the meow. So I talked to him about that. That was great.
Got a great homestand.
Ryan with 2 doubles on the day. His average sitting right at 300. Way outside. Let's go back to the first pitch before the game today.
Uh-oh.
I saw you warming up.
Trying to get ready. Just don't bounce it.
Oh, no.
That's all you got to do. Don't bounce it.
No. That was ugly. The ball went out of view and then came back in.
As long as you got it there in the air, which you did. 2-0. Here we are, high above Wrigley Field.
It's amazing. I didn't know you could see the lake from up here. I missed it the last time I was up here. Beautiful.
Sailboats are out today.
Ground ball to short. They will get the out at second base. Kurt Busch, thanks so much for spending some time with us and getting us some more runs.
Thanks, guys. Had a blast.
Good luck.
A lot of people don't know it, but it is possible to void your diploma. And the winner of the Jerry Lewis Award
every question on there, you know, is very descriptive of yourself and what you're looking for.
eHarmony asked me things about myself that needed to be asked.
So I like the system. I like that it does the work for you. It really does.
You just got to take your time. You have to fill it out honestly.
I finished my questionnaire for eHarmony on September 6th, and I was matched up with Lee on October 2nd.
It all starts with the eHarmony questionnaire. Log on today and review your matches for free.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles with 2 different gels for softness and support are outrageously comfortable.
I'd rather walk anyway.
Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
I'll take care of it. When you have to send money fast, why pay more? It's just $11 with MoneyGram at Walmart. Anywhere in the U.S., and the money arrives in minutes. Just $11.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
Home likes being prepared, being informed, and at bankofamerica.com/prepare, you'll find powerful tools and resources to help you make an informed decision when buying or refinancing a home, such as an interactive guide that takes the guesswork out of buying and refinancing, so you're able to see what you can comfortably afford each month. The more you know, the more confident you'll be that you're choosing the right loan. Bank of America Home Loans. Visit bankofamerica.com/prepare.
Andres Blanco stays in to play second base after pinch hitting in the bottom of the 7th. Sam Fold also remains in. He'll play left, so Soriano is out. The Cubs leading by 4. Carlos Marmol will work here in the 8th. And it's been an inconsistent first half. It's been a struggle to throw strikes. And another tough day yesterday as Kevin Gregg had to bail him out, got the save, but a clean slate today.
He's just got such outstanding stuff. You can see only 23 hits in 41 innings. With his problem, as you mentioned, is the base on balls. Ahead in the strike one is such an important pitch. I think emotionally for him, if he gets ahead of the hitter, he has a tendency to put him away. After that, if he falls behind, has a difficult time coming back. Outstanding stuff.
A tough part of the order, but he has a 4-run cushion, so he can go right after Rasmus and Pujols and Ludwig. And Zambrano and Marshall doing a terrific job. They got 3 in the 3rd. That's it. No hits since. Called strike. The 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, all charged to Todd Wellemeyer, and they were all unearned because of 2 errors. Good comeback, 2-2.
Slider there. Bring it back. Backdooring him on the outside corner.
Drive to right, and Bradley will get it. Flip down the shades. Made the catch right near the 368. So Rasmus has flied out to the warning track twice today. And the Albert Pujols error looming very large in this one. Cubs getting 2 runs.
Couple extra pieces of insurance.
Slider strike.
Just devastating when you have this kind of stuff when you get ahead in the count. It makes every hitter defensive.
Shattered his bat as Fox would. Good focus there as the barrel of the bat was flying by him, but he fielded the ball cleanly and threw out Pujols.
That's what you call getting deep in somebody's kitchen right there. The difference in today's bats, at times they come apart. A lot of times bats of old did not shatter like they seem to shatter now, where you have objects, projectiles coming out after him as that bat flew all the way to the outfield.
Jake Fox actually got hit by a bat, and I believe took some stitches earlier this year in the minors. On strike to Ludwig. Fouled back. Thanks to Kurt Busch for hanging with us. Boy, what a nice guy. Makes you want to root for him even more.
Oh, he is a nice guy and a heck of a driver. Previous champion in 2004. He's having a good year so far. 4th in the point standings.
Huge Cubs fan. Deep fly for Ludwig toward the gap, and it will be right at the base of the wall. Fold reaches in, which he didn't necessarily have to do. You can speak to that. Looked like the ball might have been right at the edge of the ivy, and once you reach in,
you got to go.
You got to get it.
You got to go. That decision right away. If you can see the ball I always tell myself, if I can see it, if it's very visible right away, I'm going after it. If I can't see it right away, I'll throw my hands up instantly and then run the other direction. You're usually going to get that call.
Did you ever make the wrong decision and reach in?
I did. On Willie Stargell, I'm probably Willie's only triple of his life. I reached in and made a mistake, went back to get it again, then I couldn't find it. By the time I found it, Willie had lumbered to third. I guess that's the best way to put it.
But that's a lesson you probably only have to learn once.
You're right.
Say to yourself, I'm not doing that again. 3-0 on Duncan. There's Thurston on deck. Ball 4. That's not what Parma wants to do here. Wants to make him earn it with a team ahead by 4. Larry coming out. So 2-out double and then a walk to Duncan.
And all of a sudden, you're right. One swing of the bat, Cardinals right back in the ball game. Still try to fight. Sometimes young players start fighting themselves. They came out, struggled a little bit early, then started throwing strikes, really got in the kitchen deep of Pujols. Gives up the double and then misses badly on 4 pitches to Duncan. Get Guzman back up in the Cub bullpen.
Thurston with 2 hits to start his day. The last one driving in the then game tying run. Fly to left as last time. Slider right down Main Street. Strike 1. Good news from Milwaukee. The Dodgers leading the Brewers 3-0 as they play in the 5th inning there.
Backdoor that slider that time. Another good location with that pitch.
Want to get really greedy. The Cubs could end up tied for 2nd by the end of the night. Starting the day a game and a half behind Milwaukee. He went. Strike 3. Got him to chase the slider, and he gets out of it. They strand 2. Cubs lead by 4.
Instability, bad.
Nailed it.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Having the right tools is crucial to being able to manage your diabetes properly. It's very important for me to check my blood sugar before I go on stage. Being on when I'm feeling low can be like a roller coaster. It does at times feel like my body's telling me to do one thing and my mind and my heart is telling me to do something else. Managing my highs and lows is super important. With my contour meter, I can personalize my high-low settings, so it really does micromanage where my blood sugar needs to be. I'm Nick Jonas, and never slowing down is my simple win.
From Wagner comes a revolution in power painting. Optimus dual tip technology with a more refined spray pattern here. This dual tip design delivers better paint coverage here, superior control here, and a beautiful finish here. All of which adds more to life out here. The new Optimus Power Painter with dual tip technology only from Wagner. And now, Wagner brings you the first and only cordless power painter with Optimus technology at Lowe's for just $169.
Detachability, bad.
Now, you see, that's why I don't ride a bike.
Drinkability, good. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
The most dangerous man in the world, The Big Show.
WWE superstars. Expect everything.
Game 1 of a split double dip from Wrigley Field, and the Cubs lead 7-3, trying to Make it 2 in a row in the middle of this series. P.J. Walters still in. Actually able to get out of that 7th inning, but not before the Cubs got 3 runs. Mike Fontenot pinch hitting for Marmol. Outside. 1-2.
I think Lou's also tried throughout today's game, and with the different moves he's made to get guys some at bats and get ready to go. I would think Mike would play in the 2nd game this evening.
Called strike 3. Well, we have a moment. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
Bob and Tom, weeknights at 12 East, 9 West on WGN America.
Micah Hoffpower hits it foul off to the left. Former Cub Keith Moreland with us this weekend. Filling in for Bob Brenly. Cubs getting into the All-Star break after the nightcap tonight. A chance to finish the first half 2 games over 500. Trying to use the logic of Mr. Brenly. You can't sweep a doubleheader if you don't win game 1.
Well, that's a really good point.
Which really is a brilliant line. Only Bob could say it.
I think the other part about it is how important this homestand was, and this puts you 6-4 after winning this one with a chance to go 7-4 and being a really good homestand.
Ludwig. Sun not an issue right now. 2 down. Going to see Kevin Gregg in the 9th in a non-save spot. Swing and a miss by Fox.
He's had a good day though. 2 for 4. Missed a home run by about 6 inches.
And an uneventful day on defense at 3rd, and that's fine. Making all the routine plays. That's all you ask out of Jake Fox. Infield instructor Alan Trammell, along with special assistant Yvonne DeJesus, they work tirelessly with all the Cubs infielders. Well, this would be a nice win for a lot of reasons, but also, Keith, because no Derek Lee in the lineup here in game 1. Might be available for game 2. Hoffpower hitting the big homer. You mentioned Fox in for Ramirez. Coy Hill now catching every day with Soto on the DL. A lot of the backup players contributing to what hopefully will be a Cubs win. We'll go to the 9th. It's 7-3 Cubs.
Why is it that the good patients always die and the pains in the ass just go on and on?
Yeah. Why is that?
If basically took me the whole summer. And I don't know how many times I needed to go to AutoZone, but at least now when I go, it's not on my bike.
Finger and toe area fungal infections require strong medicine. As a pharmacist, I recommend Fungicure.
Fungicure liquid eliminates fungus around nails with powerful antifungal medicine. Just brush it on. It's clear and dries in a snap. Fungicure, the finger and toe fungi specialist.
Great choice. I don't know what that means, but if you were to lose your job for some reason, the Sears Buyer Protection Program would cover your purchase until you're working again or your appliance is paid off. You know, should you lose your job.
The Sears Buyer Protection Program. One more way we've got you covered when you use your Sears card. Come in now and save 20% on all Kenmore appliances. Sears, life well spent.
Hey, what's up? It's Rick Dees, and turn on your TV. Tonight, the WGN America.
It's starting.
It's out-of-sight retro night.
Simple, uncluttered television with heart.
Tonight, only on WGN America.
Let's check out who's moving forward with Toyota. Cubs closer Kevin Gregg, after a shaky start to the season, for his last 23 in ERA about 1.5 with 10 saves.
An outstanding job. It's tough to lower your ERA as a closer because you just don't get the number of innings pitched, the number of opportunities. Done a nice job lowering his ERA over 3 full earned runs.
Jason LaRue swings and misses. Fontenot remains in at third. Kick in the 1-1. Lazy pop fly. Bradley calling off Blanco. One away. Stavanoa. A little pinch hit for Walters.
Right, with a nice pitch away.
Cubs with 9 hits to the Cardinals 6. 2 big errors by St. Louis, helping the Cubs add some insurance. 3 unearned runs in the 7th.
A lot different look out there at 4-3 than it is 7-3.
Nothing in 2. As we ride this roller coaster, Cubs hovering around 500 for most of the year. Again, Milwaukee down at home, 5-0, bottom of the 5th. Cubs are 1 out away from their 2nd straight win in this series. And they have a chance today to make up a lot of ground.
Could be tied for 2nd place at the end of the day if things go well. 1 more out and 27 more outs this evening.
With a win here in Game 1, it would be 5-2 against the 2 teams ahead of the Cubs in this division. So even though they dropped 2 of 3 against Atlanta, they've made their wins count on this homestand. So here's Brendan Ryan with the crowd on its feet. 40,701, and because of the day-night nature of this doubleheader, they'll all have to head out of the ballpark, and many who have tickets tonight will head right back in after the gates open later. Gregg's 1-1 pitch is outside.
Zambrano in line for the victory. I think that's another key point. First one since June the 5th.
Bradley in right. He will make the catch. Cubs win. Back over 500. And now within 2.5 of the Cardinals in the division. And as Keith mentioned, the first win for Big Z in over a month. That snaps a streak of 6 consecutive winless starts. Time for a little Go Cubs Go here at Wrigley Field. So Steve Goodman backed by the Chicago Cubs chorus. I hear your voice in there, Keith. Still get royalties.
It's been a while since I sang in that song, I can tell you that. But it was a heck of a lot of fun.
Well, it's become a great tradition here at Wrigley Field. Cubs win the final 7-3. Keith and I will have more in a moment.
My mom mentioned eHarmony, and I just didn't take myself as a guy who really needed the internet. And then I kind of changed my ideas where it wasn't necessarily to get a date, it was to meet the right person.
Log on and review your matches for free. eHarmony.com.
See you tomorrow, Steve.
Tony Stewart. Thank you, Tony.
Tony? Armor All wash, wipes, and tire shines. Go ahead, stare. And to clean your car while you shine, try Armor All Protect It.
Nice finger. A wart could get used to this. Liquid wart remover. That's all you got? That could take weeks to treat me. Did it get cold?
Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away removes warts fast with as little as 1 treatment.
You'll miss me.
Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away.
Wow, sweet minivan. Woo!
That's minivan A to you.
It's raining!
With the great taste of a McDonald's McCafe Mocha, a better day is possible. Freshly ground espresso, real steamed milk, and decadent chocolate. Go ahead, McCafe your day.
You can spike one. You can ride one. You can catch one. But it's still not summer until you open one. Bud Light Lime. Superior drinkability. Ultimate refreshment. A splash of 100% natural lime flavor. One taste and you'll find the summer state of mind. Bud Light Lime.
Hey, hon.
Hey, Dad, look what I drew today.
Wow. Hey, wait a minute. Why doesn't Daddy have a blizzard?
The Girl Scout cookie blizzard. You're a boy.
Honey, it's not a big deal.
It's easy for you to say. You already have a blizzard. Here.
You're being a child.
No, give me my blizzard.
Everybody wants one. The new Girl Scouts Tag-Along Blizzard. Creamy DQ soft serve and real pieces of peanut butter cookies. And now try our new Sweet Deals value menu.
In this economy, we just can't afford a vacation.
I can help, but you must say exactly what I say, exactly how I say it. Honey, I just got a great deal on a 4-star hotel at Priceline. There's never been a better time to name your own price and save up to half off. Sweet lips.
We can afford that. But why are you speaking that way?
I guess I'm just speaking the language of the deal.
2 medium cappuccinos.
You're ready for the mid-morning rush, thanks to a good breakfast.
1 coffee with room, 1 large mocha latte. Medium macchiato, light hot chocolate, hold the whip, 2 espresso. Make 1 double.
She's fiber-focused.
I have 2 cappuccinos, 1 coffee with room, 1 large mocha latte, a medium macchiato, a light hot chocolate, hold the whip, and 2 espressos, 1 with a double shot.
Gonna take more than coffee to stay this focused.
Stay full and focused through the morning with a breakfast of Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheat Cereal, an excellent source of fiber that helps you avoid the distraction of mid-morning hunger.
No, thanks. I'm good.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN TV, your official summer baseball station. Brought to you by Bud Light Lime, the drinkability of Bud Light with the refreshing taste of lime. The Illinois Lottery. Play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. Comcast. Catch more games in HD on Comcast Digital Cable. Call 1-888-4BEST-TV today. By Pepsi. Every generation refreshes the world. Visit refresheverything.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is ready when you are. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on.
The final totals for the Cubs: 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 10 stranded for the St. Louis Cardinals. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. And they were big ones. 6 left. The winning pitcher, Carlos Zambrano's first win in over a month, and his first win against the Cardinals in a long while. Kyle Loesch off the DL takes the loss. He drops to 4-5, 2 hours, 43 minutes in front of 40,701. And Keith Moreland, our Budweiser play of the game-winning home run by the pitcher, Carlos Zambrano.
Well, game-winning RBI, gets a high fastball, hits it up into the breeze. Didn't know if it had enough to get out of here. You knew he hit it well into right center field. And not only is he the winning pitcher, but he drives in the go-ahead game-winning RBI.
Reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser, the great American lager. Our next WGN broadcast of Cubs baseball will be next Saturday night. Cubs will be in our nation's capital to face the Nationals. Our coverage begins with a special 30-minute edition of the Leadoff Man at 5:30 Central Time. Once again, the final score today, the Cubs 7, the Cardinals 3. Cubs baseball in high definition is sponsored by Comcast. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next.
Had to check out Hodak's in St. Louis. They're famous for their fried chicken, and no wonder why. It was just perfect. Toasted raviolis are a St. Louis tradition, and were as good here as I've ever had. The real standout, though, was the toothpick. A hot dog stuffed with jack cheese, wrapped in bacon and deep fried. It was intense. Didn't try the frog legs. They looked pretty good. Those who did said it was good.
Actually, I love the service, love the bartenders. The food is really good. It's inexpensive, very reasonable. It's my really every Saturday tradition here.
Skydives is brought to you in part by Geico, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Would you one time let me be myself so I can shine with my own light? Let me be myself. Please, will you one time let me be myself so I can shine with my own light? Let me be myself.
Cubs with a big win today. They're now even with the first-place Cardinals in the loss column. They have some games in hand. They have to make up that win column, but all is good so far with the nightcap to end the first half later on tonight. Cubs 7, Cardinals 3. Carlos Zambrano over Kyle Loesch. Keith Moreland and I will look at all the highlights coming up next on the 10th Inning Show.
The 10th Inning is brought to you by Culver's. Come into Culver's for a great treat and get Culverized.
This summer, team up with WGN America and Six Flags, the official theme park of the Chicago Cubs, for WGN America's Six Flags Summer Six-Pack Sweepstakes. Just log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win 6 tickets to any Six Flags park nationwide. That's right, win 6 tickets and an exclusive VIP experience to any Six Flags park. Hurry and log on to WGNAmerica.com for your chance to win today. One lucky winner will win every week from now through Labor Day.
Hi, may I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for car insurance that isn't going to break the bank.
You're in the right place. Only Progressive gives you the option to name your price. Here.
A price gun?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell you what I want to pay.
And we build you a policy to fit your budget.
That's cool. Feel so empowered.
Power to the people.
The option to name your price. New and only from Progressive. Call or click today.
Roundup Extended Control does 2 jobs at once. 1. Kills weeds to the root. 2. Forms a barrier, preventing new ones for up to 4 months. Roundup Extended Control.
Great choice. I don't know what that means, but if you were to lose your job for some reason, the Sears Buyer Protection Program would cover your purchase until you're working again or your appliance is paid off. You know, should you lose your job.
The Sears Buyer Protection Program. One more way we've got you covered when you use your Sears card. Come in now and save 20% on all Kenmore appliances. Sears, life well spent.
Nighty Watchman.
Yes?
What are you doing Friday night?
I'm busy, and so are you.
I am?
Yes, we'll both be right here screening another flick on Movie Underground.
Party!
Cubs 7, Cardinals 3, the final, and Casper and Keith Moreland here on the 10th Inning Show. And the Cubs needing wins this weekend to hang around this race, and they're definitely in it.
Well, they did a nice job today. Carlos Zambrano was a major part of today, but I thought this was the biggest game maybe of this homestand. Just because you were 6-4 on the homestand coming in, or 5-4, you needed to guarantee a winning homestand.
And a chance to go 7-4 with a win tonight. Let's check out the highlights of the win here in Game 3. Michael Hoffpower in for Derek Lee, battling those neck spasms. Derek may be in the lineup for Game 2, but Hoffpower with a 3-run homer off Kyle Loesch to give the Cubs the early lead. But you knew St. Louis was going to make its run at some point, and it was Albert Pujols with a 2-run double of Carlos Zambrano in the 3rd inning to make it a 3-2 Cubs lead. And then Joe Thurston slicing one into left a few batters later. All of a sudden, new ball game, 3-3. But Big Z came back in the bottom of the 4th, had a good swing his first time up in the 2nd when he flied to left. This time he finds the bleachers out in right center. Cubs lead 4-3, and then late Keith, a key inning, the 7th, when the Cubs added on with 3 unearned runs.
Well, you look at the 7th inning, the Cardinals made the mistakes that they usually don't make. Infield up, going to get a forced play at the plate. Baroch cannot find the plate, reaches back again, can't find it. The RBI from Sam Fold, and then the machine is human as he makes an error. Very few times do you see Albert Pujols make an error, and that allowed the Cubs to separate themselves in the game.
And the final out is Kevin Gregg in a non-save spot. Works a 1-2-3 9th inning. The Cardinals, after the 3rd, had just 1 hit the rest of the day. Coming up, we'll have a final word and our Culver's sweet defensive play.
That's one monster case of athlete's foot. Hit that with Tough Actin Tenactin. It gets rid of your athlete's foot.
And now try Tenactin Chill. Cools the burn, relieves the itch of athlete's foot. Get Tough Actin Tenactin.
My name is Louise, and this is my Eggo. On Tuesday, I go in even earlier than usual. Thank goodness for Eggo. A Nutri-Grain waffle with a quick smudge of cream cheese. At least that part's easy.
There's only one way to eat an Eggo. Your way.
Lego my Eggo.
I'll take care of it. When you have to send money fast, why pay more? It's just $11 with MoneyGram at Walmart. Anywhere in the U.S., and the money arrives in minutes. Just $11.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
America has some amazing dives, and we're going to take off in the plane, check out a bunch of them. The places, the vibe, the food. Join us, the crew of Skydives, as we fly into the heart of America to see and taste the country's most amazing food. Do you have a favorite food joint? Cool. Log in to WGNAmerica.com. Tell us about it.
WWE Superstars. Hustle, loyalty, respect. That is the code in which I live by. John Cena on WWE Superstars. Expect everything.
The 10th inning is brought to you by Culver's. Come into Culver's for a great treat and get Culverized. The 10th inning has been brought to you by Culver's. Come into Culver's for a great treat and get Culverized.
Final today as the Cubs beat the Cardinals. Carlos Zambrano, for whatever reason, had really struggled against the Cardinals his last 3 times out, all in this ballpark, and it seemed to be slipping away from him, Keith, but he got it back in his final 3 innings.
You're right. He came back out after the Cardinals scored 3 in the third. He was magnificent. 5 of his 7 strikeouts coming in those last 3 innings of work. He retired 9 in a row in that stretch. Also hit a home run that put the Cubs in the lead.
Yeah, that certainly helped. Good work by the bullpen today and the defense. A Culver's sweet defensive play of the game, and it's Ryan Terrill robbing Brendan Ryan of a base hit. Took that ball out of shallow left center and fired to first to get the out. Get Culverized. Our next WGN broadcast of Cubs baseball will be next weekend. We'll have games 3 and 4 of that series from Nationals Park. The Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Leadoff man at 5:30 Central Time on Saturday. Keith, thanks so much for the time. Really enjoyed it this weekend.
Well, thanks to everybody for having me. I've had a marvelous time, and we won one of the 2 anyway.
That's right. Cubs win. They go for the doubleheader sweep later on. Enjoy your week. We'll see you next weekend from D.C. here on WGN.